G'day, g'day. We got lots of stuff here for the Australian fans to be with us in the Canadian game. But tell you what, massive game coming. I hope you're waiting for it. I hope you're ready for it. You're going to give me a little bit here. We're setting up. But I tell you, half an hour ago, I got the lineups for you. Do have the lineups for you. The lineups are coming straight away. Just let me click on another screen, guys, before we get here. Fantastico. Don't need that anymore. Just seeing where these guys are. They're trying to warm up their station too, so they're not ready with us. So we'll click that again. But hey, welcome in. Welcome in. We're going to have a great game. I've got the lineups for you straight away. I'm going to give them to you in 2 seconds. Just let me bring up another page and we'll get to you. And where are you? Where are you? And where are you? That's kind of strange. They're not loading up. I wonder why. Well, we'll check them in a little while. Are you loading up? Are you there? Am I there? Are we there? The game coming up. Canada taking on Australia. If you look in and around me, you're going to find some Canadiana and also some Australia as well. So big up to the Australian fans if you're there. And like I say, maybe someone's experiencing some chat problems. So I'm going to welcome you in. Get on the caps. Welcome, my friend. Drop a comment anytime. Excuse me. Excuse me. Willkommen. And we're going to put let's see what we put on there. Don't need that. Don't need that. Yes, here we are. We're in the right department. Give me 2 seconds. Oops. 1 too high. Bang. There you go. Get in there. Hey, get in there. Oh, yeah, obviously. Yeah, whatever. Bang, in you go, in you go, in you go. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So, are you there? Are you there? How are you feeling about the game? I've got one thing to bring up. I'm looking for the lineups. I've got the lineups for you. I just want to see what these guys are doing right now. We're going to leave them for B. They'll come back to us. But the lineups so far, what do you want first? Canada, Australia? Okay, Canada. Let's go for Canada. Canada's lineup. Well, you obviously knew, thanks to One Soccer, that Maxime Crepeau was going to be starting in net and that Dane St. Clair is going to be starting in the next game. We're talking Canada teams. If you're Australian fans, they're the goalkeepers. So Maxime Crepeau is going to be in net. Max is fantastic. We're going to talk on the team in a little while. And Dane St. Clair, he gets to sit this one, but play the next one. Chippy Ricky, number 22, he's in again. I tell you what, who doesn't love Chippy Ricky? I love him. Derek Cornelius up at Rangers. Added an assist to Rangers last week. He got a really nice assist, crossed in front of the goal, and it was an easy tap in, but it's the cross that was really good. So Derek can do it both ways. Got Waterman's in there, so it's nice to see Waterman getting a bit of a shout. Seeger's in there again. Who doesn't love Seeger? Excuse cup of tea. Kone's back. Now, Kone, we'll have to talk. Tell me what you think about Kone coming back and starting. And if you remember the last couple of games for Kone, didn't always end too bloody well, did it, eh? No, not at all. Ali Ahmed, who doesn't love Ali? I tell you what, he hasn't got great numbers, but he plays a great game. But when he does factor, it's big. It's always big. It's always big. Tajon Buchanan's up there too. Love Tajon. Jonathan David, the captain. It's not going great at Juventus Turin, but you know what? Give it time. Is he settled? Sometimes people need time to settle. Doesn't really matter, though. JD is in the millions, so he's made his money. He's there. It can only get better. And a surprise start for Carl Larin, number 9. So there you go. Very, very decent, very decent. In the small print, you got Bassong, Choinière, Promise David, Fogereles, Estacio, Gavran, Mila, Nelson. It's a shame he's not starting. I love Jaden Nelson, fantastic player. Yeah, Uluasi. Yeah, I think the jury is always out for me with Uluasi. I'm not sold on him. Zorio and Schaffelberg. Nice to be Jacob. See, get Jacob in the game, and obviously in net Dane St. Clair. So there you go. That's for Team Canada. Australia. Give me 1 second. I know what's going on with that one time. I want to reach that channel. Give me some time here. I've just got to go. Bang in. Okay, let's get in there. Let's initialize it. There we go. Thank you very much for giving me this time, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm going to go into the Australian results pretty soon. Just wait for these guys to turn up. They've turned up. Thank you very much. The suits are in this channel, but I'm not watching the channel with the suits. I'm watching this channel with yous. So whatever channel you're getting, let me just set this up. I'll flick it out of the way very shortly. Going to Australia's lineups pretty soon. Excuse me. Beautiful. There we go. 24 minutes to kick off. Team Australia, Izzo is in goal. Not a shock. Not a shock. Looking at the Australian lineups over the last 6 months, and then I took a look at the Australian lineups for 2 years ago. You can say this team to last year is similar, okay? Similar. But there's some mainstay players that I'm going to read out to you from the Australian team. Izzo is obviously one of them right now. Definitely pretty tidy between the pipes. It's going to be something good that gets past him, or a squeaker. Do you know what I mean? So decent goaltending. And let's face it, 24th in the world ranking, Australia, Canada 26. Very, very close rankings. Before I go through the lineup, think of this. I've got a rankings show coming. I've just cut it with JD Knox. It's all numbers, it's all stats, and it's coming after this. I'm going to release it in 2 days. But what I want to leave you with this one here is that, and we're talking FIFA rankings. So 24 Australia, 26 is Canada, very close. But they're two different confederations. Hardly play each other ever. Stay with me. It's easy to rank teams that are in the same confederation. So take a look at CONCACAF for Team Canada. Your top three recently, and they can interchange, variably now, yearly. Whereas before, the top two was always, you got to say America and Mexico. They were always the top two, and Canada's come into that. Literally, new kids on the block within the last 3 years. Big factor. Yes, you can say we've won a Gold Cup in the past. Fine, we have, but we were dormant in between then and 3 years ago. Getting into the World Cup and that World Cup qualifying under Johnny Herdman was absolutely phenomenal. It turned the fortunes of this country. But let's face it, it wasn't just the coaching. It's the raw talent. Canada has raw talent. The talent that they got coming through still, okay, it frightens me in a good way that it's going to push those guys in the lineup that I just read out to you. So think that the raw talent still coming through in Canada, and think how much that's going to push the first squad of this nation, and amazingly then the first team. Bang. So look for some pressure on these guys to keep their places, because there's still room for improvement, although we're doing well. So that's what I wanted to say with that. But with the CONCACAF situation and ranking people, hey, Australia in their confederation, Canada in their confederation, yeah, both doing well, but they very rarely play. Today we get a look at what these confederations will do to each other on a one-off with regard to the FIFA ranking, and you'll be able to say this game, or hopefully you'll be able to have a feel for this game, Australian fans or Canadian fans, whether your team is ranked the right way against a different confederated team within the structure of FIFA rankings, which is very complicated. Okay, so like I say, this will tell us what's going on. 21 minutes to kick off, 21 minutes to kick off. But I've got to also say that with this Canadian team that we've watched grow, there's guys within the CPL that I could see, and they're young. There's a couple of guys in the Canadian Premier League I've got eyes on that if they can keep propelling their game, they're not that far away from an international level, because they're, excuse me, and this goes for the Australian leagues as well. There's guys within those leagues that are pushing into the national teams, the same as the Canadian Premier League. It works both ways. So the level's always getting pushed up higher. So the future for Canadian football is very good. Like I say, these two teams are going to go at it. And I tell you, the lineup for the Australian team's coming at you right now. And then I'll get into the chat, see where you're going with all that. And looking in the screen. There we go, bringing it up. Lovely jubbly. One more time. I'm already signed in, Governor. They want me to sign back in. I signed in once already. There. Thank you very much. Didn't I just close that down? I'm sure I did. Just give me 1 second, guys, see what's opening. Okay, that's there. Right, sorry, that one there can go. Okay, we're good, we're good. Too many screens, that's it, that's what we got. So there we go, it's coming back at you. Yeah, we are having a little bit of a technical issue, but it seems to be okay. It's worked itself out, beautiful. But now with the Australian lineup, Izzo in net, like I told you, no surprise there. A lot of these team names I'm going to give you, or player names I'm going to give you, sorry, they won't be surprises at all for Australian fans. Not for a second. Not for a second. They got three at the back is what they're thinking at. That's Burgess, Dejanic, and Sakati. or Kakati if you wish. In the midfield, across the four, Italiano, O'Neill, Ballard, and Rolls. And then you've got up front with a 2 and a 1, so 2 and a 1 up top. Up top is Toure. To the right is Metcalf, and to the left is Irankunda. That's your team there. And looking at lineups for both teams, I say this is going to be one tough match for Australia. It's going to be a very tough match for Canada. I'm hoping there's a really good, passionate French crowd there in the building tonight, because they really can bring the 12th man act. If we are interested in getting into this game, we're going to have to go for it. Australia's a great test. I tell you, they're a great test for Canada, and Australia is going to get a great test tonight for themselves against Canada. We're going to have to go for it. Australia's a great test. I tell you, they're a great test for Canada, and Australia is going to get a great test tonight for themselves against Canada. This works for both teams. Australia's getting an early glimpse into, should they get drawn into a group within Canada's jurisdiction, they're getting an eye of what it's all about. So this is great reconnaissance by the Australian team. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, you can't fault it. Really, you can't fault it. Let me just put that down for a second and come back to you guys. But this is great, what you say, reconnaissance for the Australian national team, or the Socceroos. Going into the chat quickly, going to say, hello, Free Pug Show, how you doing? Hey, yo, what's going on? Well, it's Australia, Canada. We'll see what's doing. But like I say, this is a great match for both teams, because they really get a look at each other. They get to feel each other out. Australia gets to see what North America's like for next year's World Cup, which is not a year away, yeah? That's how close it is. It's getting closer all the time. It's under a year away. Oh, and here's something interesting. If you're an Aussie fan, I want you to look right there. What do you see right there? Anybody see what I'm pointing at? This thing behind me. Yeah? Down there. Just there. That there. That orange and green and brown at the bottom. And you can throw it. There's a clue. What is it? Anybody know that? Anybody know that? Let me know, and we'll get onto that later. Just going to get rid of this here. Thank you very much. Right. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I need to get another screen up. See where we're going. There we go. Here we go. Now, I wanted to talk about Tony Popovic, the coach. Big player all around the world in football, and some of the teams he played with, I'd tell you, if you knew Popovic, you'd have seen him play. Oh, I tell you what, Crystal Palace fans would know him big time. 2001 to 2006, played 123 times for the Eagles, and a big fan favorite at the time. Tough. No business player, but good on the ball, good with the distribution, great brain, and had a decent career. Like I say, 123 games, 6 goals, not bad at all. Seeing as he's not at forward, right? But Tony Popovic, great coach. Now, varied international career. I could say Australia U17s. You could say all the way up to the Australian national team. But goals, again, he did really well at the national team. At the top international team, we're talking Tony Popovic, the Australian national coach, 58 games, and he scored 8 goals. That's at the international level. I'm not saying a forward would be happy, but sometimes some of those forwards that didn't have a great career scoring, they would have been okay with that, because that's probably all they got. So for his situation, not back. I mean, don't forget, Tony was a centre back, so he was supposed to be at the back in the centre all the time. And corners, free kicks, invaluable. So yeah, Crystal Palace fans, they remember him very well. Sydney United was where he started out. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, he played there as well. And Al Arabi, 17 matches, couple of goals. And back then to Sydney FC, 2007-2008 to finish his career. As for the coaching, literally recently Melbourne Victory and obviously Australia. I could go through a whole host of clubs. Yes, you could also add Sydney FC to that as a caretaker only. But last big club was Melbourne Victory, where my big brother lives. And Australia with the national team. Now I'm going to take you down to the Australian national team record, just so that you want to see what he's been doing. Bringing up the stats for you right now. Australian coach Tony Popovic, 23rd of September 2024 to now. So it's close to a year, eh? 10 matches, 7 wins, 3 draws, no losses, no losses. Is it a risk for Australia to come to Canada and risk that perfect, per se, record of unbeatenness? And there's something for Canada to really go for. Are they going to use that as a bit of a momentum? It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. But yes, they're unbeaten. And Tony's record, then obviously 70% win record. It's pretty damn good. We'll take a look. We'll take a look at Jesse Marsh's in a second. But I've got to say, illustrious career, great player, bit of a character, knows how to play it, knows how to set it up. And like I say, the records is there for itself, guys. 7 wins, 3 draws, no losses. And yeah, another piece of Australian news I'm going to give you. I'm going to show you this and remind you this. There's a ball. You see that ball just there? That white one. You need to zoom in and read whose name's on that ball, Australian fans. Zoom in on that ball and see whose name is on that ball. Just before kickoff, I will reveal who signed that ball, where it's from, and what it says. So that's an Australian thing. Australian fans, get in on that. And the 2 shirts here, that white shirt there, that was what I was given from the national team, directly from the national team during the World Cup. And this one here was one that I was given from Umbro, actually, during a World Cup. So the red one is the one that's there because I put it up there as a memento a few matches back, Australian fans, Canada fans. And since Canada wasn't unbeaten since then, that one stayed there. This one is just to add something from the national team for the game. You know what I'm saying? All right on. Right on. So moving along. Just going to go hit you one more time. Starting lineups, just one more time. Izzo in net for Australia. Burgess, Jejenic, Kakati, Rolls, Ballard, O'Neill, Italiano, and up front, Irankunda, Toure, and Metcalf. Australia, that's it. Canada starting in net. Crepeau, Larea, Chippy Ricky, Lovett, Cornelius, Waterman, Seagar, Saliba, Kone, Ahmed, Buchanan. Jonathan David is captain. And Larin up front too. So those are your starting lineups. Definitely got 12 minutes before the lineups. And if you've got anything you want to say, get it in the chat and we'll address it straight away. Going for the Canadian men's lineup. I was going to give you Tony Popovich's opponent, Jesse Marsh, and his numbers. Jesse wasn't my original, I would say, choice. I didn't really think that he was the guy, but you got to give him credit. Since he's come on board, he's doing a damn good job. His numbers are not fantastic, okay? But a little background from him. Australian fans need some background, guys. Come on, let's be nice. Let's be good guests. He's a head coach, Jesse Marsh for Canada. Doing good so far. His record, we'll get to that. But background, just for the guys in Australia and Australian fans dotted around the world, and even Jesse Marsh fans. As a player, you've got to say senior career, DC United, 15 matches, Chicago Fire, 200 matches, did well there, and Chivas USA, 106. So 321 matches in their Major League Soccer when he started out. As for international career, USA played twice, zwei, only 2 times. At least he played. Many people never get there. Do you imagine how many people get on a national team or in a national squad and they're just on the edge of it and they get in the squad a couple of times for a couple of matches, and they might just get one little substitution for a couple of minutes at the end. How many guys have ever played on a national squad's theatre for a national game or a weekend of games per se, like in this window, and they never got to play? There's got to be a lot out there. It really is. They're talking about Jesse Marsh and his managerial career. Impressive. Like, I tell you what, we're going to go down to his numbers because I don't want to read off a list. I want to go straight to his numbers because it is quite impressive. It really is. But Montreal Impact, you got to say, August 2011, all the way through to 2012, he got 33%. That's not bad at all. Then he moved on to New York Red Bulls. This is where it starts to build into something wow. He has a 49.67% winning record, at New York Red Bulls. And that was 151 matches, 75 wins, 32 draws, 44 losses. From there, because of the Red Bull angle, he goes to Red Bull Salzburg. Yeah, Europe. That's June 6, 2019, all the way to June 30th, 2021. And he gets a 68.09% record. 68.09% record is like up there. That's like the great coaches. That's like Pep on his massive days, yeah, on his massive years. Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, perhaps. Carlo Ancelotti, those guys, when they have a massive year, bang, yeah. Just to think, Carlo Ancelotti was an Everton manager not so long ago. Well, I think they're missing him, but Real are not. But look at it, 68% with Real or Red Bull Salzburg. Then he goes to Red Bull. So that's 3 Red Bulls in the, don't drink too many of them. That's 3 Red Bulls on the trot, yeah? He goes to Red Bull Leipzig in East Germany. And when he went there, I said to myself, wow, he's gone to East Germany. That is one tough place. And they are tough people. And if you look politically, they are tough people. But he went there, and it didn't go fantastically bad, but it only lasted 21 matches for 38%, and then he was gone, and he joins up with Leeds United a few months later. When I saw him at Leeds United with his high press and the cost of goals that it cost on Leeds throughout the season, I thought, I don't know about this season, and I don't know about this system. And I really thought, And then when he got punted out by Leeds, I wasn't surprised. I was really in two minds when Canada took him on. Really, I was. I have to say, I was really in two minds. And if you're looking at his numbers for Canada, okay, 23 matches, all right, 11 wins. So half of the matches he's won. 8 draws, 4 losses, 31 scored, 20 against. So it's plus 11 on the goal average. But 20 goals against in 23, you might not think is bad. It's less than one a game. But it would be better if it was like 12 or 13 per se. Then you'd show that you would have a stronger offense to defense ratio. 31 goals is not so bad in 23. Could be higher. But when you're playing tough teams, the goals scored gets to be less. The goals conceded starts to be more. So when you're thinking you're plus 11 at this moment in time, not so bad. Jesse's percentage is 47.83. That's getting better. Tea time. That's getting better. If you're looking at Jesse all-time, 362 matches all-time, 181 wins, 74 draws, 107 losses, 718 goals scored, 452 against, so plus 266 from 362 games. Not so bad, just less than 1 a game average in your box favor, and 50% is the win ratio. So not so bad. So there's the coaches. Let you know about that. We've got you the lineups too. I'm going to go back into the chat, see who else is joining up. And BV Up, is this on TSN? I don't know if it's on TSN, but I do know it's on One Soccer. But Deuce B, how you doing, fella? Got a couple of friends at the game. The team has come a long way since the dark years of the early 2000s. You know, isn't it nice to have that under your belt? You know, like we went through a dark time, a miserable time. In fact, there were people that snickered at us when we started to watch the game. They're like, your mates would say, oh, what are you doing tonight, Steve? I'm like, I'm going to go watch Canada. They're like, what? What are you thinking? Are you insane? Have you lost your bloody marbles? What are you going to waste your time on that crap for? Because there was nothing. We had nothing, yeah? Remember those days? So we were kind of like quiet about watching the game kind of thing, but we still had fun. But we were so disappointed all the time. Australian fans, they lived through some of that too, but not like us. And yes, I do remember it. The early 2000s, miserable. Oh, horrendous. Coma. Football coma. Yeah. I mean, the games we watched, and we knew we were going to get battered. Battered being anything from maybe 1-0 where we had no offense whatsoever. It was always one-way traffic, and we couldn't get no release because there's no link players that we had at the time. And try that we did. It wasn't going anywhere. Having the football now, I tell you what, Deuce B, man, it is. We are lucky. We are so lucky we've got this. It is just, it's perfectamente. It's more than you could ask for after coming through hell to get into football heaven with this soccer team that we got now. The talent coming through hell to get into football heaven with this soccer team that we got now. The talent we've got throughout the squad, and I'm not forgetting we're going up against a tough team here against Australia. Don't forget that they are going to push us all the way. They're going to push us all the way. They're a top team. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. It really is. I mean, I'm very excited to see how we measure up against them. Them in Australia, they're saying the same bloody thing. Are we going to measure up against these guys? What's going to be? Like I said earlier the two confederations are miles apart. You can't rate them like that. When you see them slide together, then you get more of a thought what's going to be happening, no? So it's going to be right down to the wire where we go with this, because I see a very even game. Whoever wants it can take it. If we come with a free-flowing game, then, yeah, I think we got a chance. But I'm just going to go back into this. I want to just check something out, guys. Here we go. And the last time Canada got scored on, if you wanted to know, was 3 games ago, and that was against Guatemala. Yes. And that was not a good day. That was not a good day at all. In fact, that was quite the bad day. That was quite the bad day. Okay, this screen is freezing up here too. I tell you what, I'm just going to get you demolished. You're all getting demolished. You're all getting demolished. I'm building you back. I'm building it, Stevie. Right, bring it up again, peoples. There we go. Thank you very much. That's all I need. Let's see what we got. Crazy stuff, man. I tell you. Here we go. Hit the overview. Right, here we go. Thank you very much. Here we go. There we go. I just want to concentrate on Canada's team for a couple of seconds. Dewsbury, so true. It's like night and day. So we were talking about, obviously, recently, and Dewsbury answers up. So before we get there, BV up, especially with the World Cup in Canada. Good thing. Yeah, I got it right there. There it is. I'm holding the World Cup until the trophy is being handed out. Yeah, life-size, big-time World Cup right there. I'm holding it. Yes, I'm not letting it go. Nope, FIFA's giving me the cup. I'm keeping it. It's staying right here with me all through the watch-alongs, all through Canada watch-alongs, international watch-alongs, Wrexham watch-alongs. That World Cup will not be going anywhere else. Right answer, yes. But with that World Cup coming next year, bloody hell, man. Yeah, I mean, we are in the right place. We are so in the right place. I mean, talk about being in the right place at the right time. Yes. If you're on the West Coast or on the East Coast, you're fine. I feel sorry for the people in the middle of Canada because they get nothing. Nothing. Places like, Edmonton that have done so much for the World Cup over the years, they're getting nothing. Nothing. It's like they're being abused. All the work that Edmonton has done over the decades for World Cup matches and FIFA and World Cup competitions, they've bent over backwards and taken it. Get nothing. We should have more games. They should be through the middle of the country. Anybody that says it can't be possible, I'm telling you, it can, because we've done it before. Anyway, back into the chat. 2 minutes away from the big game. Australia taking on Canada. You better get ready for this one. It's going to be a bloody doozy. It is. So Deuce B says, so true. It's like night and day. The quality of goals we regularly score now were few and very far between back then. Yes, mate. Yes. Yes. Airbnb with Sohail. Where can I watch the match? Here. If you go to One Soccer, the channel One Soccer, you can go there and they'll have the match on right now. I'm not sure that it's TSM, but definitely One Soccer is definitely showing it. So go there, my friend, and welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Get ready, everybody. I'm going to bring up shortly the match, and we will be going to it and seeing what's happening. But I'll be becoming a little bit of a excitable fellow as the game comes through, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. This is really put your toe in the cold water moment and see how you can last it, because there's no history really we can bank on here. We just know this. Australia in the last 10, unbeaten. They're not going to be coming here to get beaten. They'll be coming here for at least a good performance and a draw. That crowd has got to go bananas. We've got to show some real Canadiana. If it was in Alberta, it would be what would the situation be? Like Commonwealth Stadium back against Costa Rica and Mexico in World Cup qualifying. Do you remember them games when the stadium was not sold out, but it was full and the atmosphere was amazing? And that was right across the country, yeah, for World Cup qualifying. That's what we got to recreate in every stadium. But again, I'll draw to the point that I really feel we should have all games mainly in Toronto and make that the national shrine for football, per se, like they do in the UK, per se, for England only England. They have Wembley per se. So it just gives you an analogy, easy for everybody to fixate on. Into the chat before we go. In Rhythm Man, how you doing? TSN has a pre-game on, so I presume they have it. There you go. TSN probably does. Yes. Frigging excited. Let's go. Absolutely. I tell you what, I've been sort of carefully keeping my feet on the carpet, relaxed. But as this game's been coming, I felt myself building up. And we got some magical entertainment coming up. Both sets of fans, Australian fans and Canadian fans, not just tonight, but in that World Cup. Can you imagine? I mean, it's possible per se, but can you imagine with all the World Cup rankings? I'm watching the guys on screen singing the anthem right now. But can you imagine if Australia does actually land a spot here in Canada during the World Cup? It would be interesting, wouldn't it? It's not out of the market. DJ Knox and I have done a World Cup show, World Cup rankings from now to December. I'm going to release it in 2 days' time. It's on-screen version, okay? So it's not my face, not his face. It's the on-screen version. It's narrated. We're right there with you, but we're going to show you. More so, DJ is going to point out some really intricate FIFA ranking stats and how people move up and down and the permutations, what Canada has and other countries too. But here's a clue or a little carrot and stick for you. We can actually tell you through this video coming in 2 days' time where Canada will be FIFA rankings by December through the permutations and the hypotheses of what DJ has looked into. We discussed it online or literally during video live to each other with the stats and the images live time that you'll get as well. And you'll be able to see how intricate FIFA rankings can be, but how simplified it's laid out in that video in 2 times. So just so you know, in 2 days' time, we got that coming, and I suggest you'll get into that. So FIFA rankings really explained. It's about a half an hour long, but there's some really good details in there that tells you exactly what's happening and where Canada is right now as to where they might well be come December. It's interesting. So couple of days' time, that's coming for you. So in Rhythm, I'm doing great. Hope all is well in your world, Stevie. Yes, in Rhythm, mate. My world is absolutely brilliant, mate. I tell you, I've been waiting for this ever since it was announced that we were playing Australia. I'll tell you fact on fact. The boys are coming out on the tour, on the turf right now. Both sets of players are looking really into it. I tell you what, yeah. What got me into this game is simply this. There's a lot of Australians that are in the family here on this channel. Good friends of ours. Family. There's also family of mine in Melbourne. So there's a link there too. So as soon as I knew, I'm watching a beautiful picture. Not a sellout yet, but people always come in late. But that's a nice scene. Allez Rouge, allez les Rouges. Allez les Rouges. Come on, you Reds. Allez les Rouges, allez les Rouges. Beautiful. There's Maxime Crepeau looking up to the sky. He's looking for some inspirational help, I tell you. But I see a really massive game tonight. I do. Very excited for this. But I've waited for this because of the Australian link, like I was explaining. My big bro's in Melbourne and got friends all over Australia, telling you the truth now. And we got loads of family friends as well. So it's a case of it was a really nice sort of game, but not nice. It's going to be a battle, but it's a nice game to have so you can have something together, yeah. You'll be on each other. You'll be against each other for the first time. Like PJ down in Sydney, he texted me before the game. He goes, we both love the same things, but tonight we're on opposite sides. And I'm like, yeah, we are, but let's enjoy. So Tijon Buchanan getting awarded there, but I'm saying let's get tonight through and see where it goes. I'm waiting to see Canada play a game. Here comes Cabby. Cabby's making an appearance. Cabby is the football cat. Yep. Right, Cabby's the football cat, and Cabby has a little treat when he comes up before we start the game. Don't worry if you don't like a kitty. Yeah. I know. They do. They love you, mate. They love you. Don't worry about it. You're all good. Whew. Better be careful. He's a tiger, remember? He might bite your head off. But this game tonight, yes, I say, because of the Australian link, it's got more on it for me. So PJ and a lot of other people, Marco in Melbourne, and a lot of other people, it's on. It's on. This is it. Fair play, though, bruvs. Fair play, bruvs. Fair play, sisters, Sheilas. Fair play. But it's on. Let's get it on. When the game starts, you'll be glad you're in this place, because the pre-game is just a warm-up for my voice. Because if you scream for 2 hours long, you'll have no voice. And those badges over there on the wall, some of them are from World Cup finals, where I've announced games at World Cup finals. You don't burn your voice if you don't have to. Lads are singing the songs, nice and proud. Australia advance Australia fair. I think Iran Kunda was laughing a bit there for a second. He's having a good time. Nice. You got the Australian flag there. Yes, you go. And a lovely green and yellow shirt. Yes, mate. Yes, he's green and yellow, Cabby. That's what they got. Green and yellow. Yes. Did you have a good snooze today? He only had a 22-hour sleep today. Yes, it's tough being a cat. It's tough being my cat. Isn't it, eh? What's the score today? I'm going to ask him the scoreline. What's the scoreline? 2-1. 2-1. Who 2? Canada. 2-1. 2-1. Who 2? Canada. All right, 2-1 Canada. Cabby says 2-1 Canada. We'll go with that one. We'll go with that one. Oh, there you go. Bivvy Up says you're not friends with them tonight. LOL. Absolutely not, mate. Absolutely not. Jonathan David looking stern and looking focused. No, it's battle, mate. It's battle. Like, I mean, I got that out from a few of my Australian buddies. They're like, listen, fella, but it's on. So F you. It's a match, and F you. And it goes that far, doesn't it? You know, we got the banter going. So yes, I'm loving it. Chippy Ricky. He looks like he wants to kill someone. That's lovely. I know he does. He does. Yeah, he does. That's how he's looking. Yeah, get the punch up ready. Get the punch up ready. Yes. We've got some lovely Canadian flags going on. And the national anthem is getting screamed. You got a little bug? He's got to clean his foot. He's got to clean his paws. Boys are singing the anthem now. Oh, Canada. Ahmed looks very focused. Kyle Laring, very surprised he's on the field, to tell you the truth, but good for his psyche, no? Absolutely. Let's see him score a goal. Does he get a goal tonight? Does Kyle Laring get in front of net? Has he got the ability to make it happen in front of net? We know JD, Jonathan David. We know he does. Yeah, we do. There you go, buddy. It's okay. It's good that I can move this, no? I can. You watch your tell. He might stick around. If he does, he don't say nothing. He's very quiet. But we've got a nice round of applause going on in the crowd after the anthem. We're getting ready for it. As soon as the ball goes live, we will be into this. And like I say, the pregame is just a warm-up to what's coming now. Guy Boisvert, 2-0 Canada. Big up, Guy. Or Guy, if you want. 2-0 Canada. There you go. Looking at the lineup again. I do like Chippy Ricky in the lineup. He upsets people. He gets people pissed off. And surprisingly, he doesn't pick up too many cards. No, he doesn't. He really doesn't. Ali Ahmed on the left, Buchanan on the right. It's got to happen. We went with Larin and we went with David in the qualifying to the 2022 World Cup effectively, yeah? And effectively, that's 3 years ago. I don't think it's effective to move with that front line into the World Cup whatsoever. I don't think Kyle Larin is the guy to move with at all. If this is a farewell parade for him and put him in the squad, but I just think there's better out there. There's better younger guys I would give a chance to in the build-up to the World Cup than Kyle Larin. You know all about Kyle Larin and what he's about, yeah? You know his level. You know where he's going to go. So I would say it should be someone else. Jaden Nelson, a young talent like that, needs testing. He's got legs, doing great at Vancouver Whitecaps. He needs to be out there. He needs to be tested. He needs to find that level. Don't you think so, Cabs? I think so. You kick it, mate. You kick it, absolutely. But I think he needs to be tested. Why is he not being tested? Just a thought, yeah? Australia, like I say, can I have my mouse back? You're not having my mouse. He's taking the mouse. I know you're a cat, but you can't have the mouse. You can't have the mouse. You know what I'm saying? He's all sad. So looking at Australia, you got to say Izzo in net. It's going to be interesting to see how we touch that net. Do we pressure the ball in around Australia's net? Does it get there? Does Australia play a forward-flowing game? Are they going to soak up the pressure and hit us on the counter? Interesting thoughts. Iran Kunda could be dangerous. Metcalf could be dangerous. I mean, there's a togetherness with the Socceroos always. And that word togetherness, you got that togetherness as well with Team Canada. But we've got to look interested in this game. We've got to get interested in this game right from the start. If we do, things will happen. And I have no doubt we can get into this game. Just note, though, it's tough to get a goal in Australia. They're not going to give you a goal very easily over 90 minutes. It's tough to break them down. The work rate is great. The ball touch is definitely on the money. They've got a fluency to their play too. And they've also got this strength about them just because they're Australians. It's just like you think about with Americans, yeah? These Australian people, they have a togetherness and a unity and a national pride, just like Canadians. So they're coming over as a unit. A little portion of Australia is coming into Canada, but it's going to make a big impact. So let's get ready. Referee's getting the game on. We are now getting into it. Lovely. We are live. Yes, let's have it. Let's have it. Australia possessing the ball. Love it. Love it. What's going to happen? Let's see the flow of the game opening up for the first couple. It's going straight down the middle. I'll tell you what, danger, danger, danger. Nicely panicked out of the play. Bad position play. Canada got to get on top of it. Looking like a little bit shocked at the moment. Australia hitting them fast on the ball. Foul coming up, I'd imagine. Referee says play on. Could have given the foul, but yes, he brings down the card. Boom, no card. Just the foul. Australia boots to Canada. Yes. Italiano goes, take some of that. Boom. Ali Ahmed says, yeah, I'll just go down. Take a dive. Take it easy. Australia now. Battling to get into the play. Canada moving over the halfway line. Tajon Buchanan, right side now. What's he going to do? One-on-one, cuts outside. Does he cross? Yes, he does. Beautiful cross inside. Well cleared. Corner coming up for Canada. Great defensive play. Lovely cross. Tajon Buchanan showing what he's got, and the French crowd are going nuts. Beautiful. Here we go. Loving it. Minute gone, and I'm already excited. Nothing's happened. Check the cross. In it comes. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And a nice defensive play. Corner coming in. Let's see what happens now. Lance Wildwood, how you doing, Lance? Cheers. It's been a long time. Have a great Thanksgiving. You too, bruv. You too, bruv. And the family as well, my friend. And the family too. What's the score going to be, Lance? What are you thinking? Corner coming in now. Corner coming in. Ali Ahmed, corner. Beautiful corner. Get on the end of that. Well cleared again. One more time. Australian defending is supreme right now. Headed one more time. Clearing the ball. Clearing the danger. Up to halfway. Ball over the top now. Right side. He doesn't make it. Throw in. Coming up to the Socceroos. Lively start. Lively start. People are going to be very, very busy. People are breathing bloody hard right now. The game has exploded into life. I don't see this being a boring 0-0. Let me tell you that. This looks pretty open. Australia look like they've come to play. They know the challenge at hand, but they're a quality unit. Playing the ball tic-tac-toe style out of defense very effectively. I told you they'd be great with the ball. That's exactly what you got tonight, guys. This will be a super test. Super test. Teams that hold the ball and star view of the ball take you out of the game. That's what's happening at the moment. We've got to go and get that ball. So the press has to work harder with a team that's comfortable on the ball. If you're comfortable on the ball, it's hard to take the ball off you. You can buy seconds just by your guile and your poise with the ball and your calmness and reading the play. Just like you're seeing right now, Canada, a little bit of calmness in the play while under pressure, but still playing the ball calmly. Well played again, both ways. Both teams are in this. This is going to be a lively game tonight. Tajon won't get there. He does get there. Takes it past the defender. Going in, cutting in. Does he cross? That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. 10 times out of 10. Are you kidding me, referee? Have you lost your bloody marbles? 10 out of 10, referee. Come on. Kakati, I tell you what, take another look. Am I blind? Beautiful play over. Beautiful play over. He takes the ball. It's a lively play. Doesn't even get any ball. Wow. Takes the man completely out. Doesn't get any ball. How is that not a penalty? Am I blind? I don't think so. 3 minutes in. Exciting stuff. Tajon Buchanan in the thick of things. Keeps it in play. Going out for a goal kick for the Socceroos. Lively, lively play. Is he lucky to get away with a penalty there? I think he is. I think the referee's been too lenient there. What about the linesman? Perfectly positioned. I mean, you can't just slide somebody in the box and think that's not a foul. If he does that anywhere else in the field, do you think it's a free kick? I think it would be an absolute free kick. Jesse Marsh sitting calm. He must have had a few beers because he's normally on his feet. Canada now in possession. Left side, coming inside, keeping possession. No space to work. Two quality teams cancelling each other out, but both teams doing very well to make this an event. No space given, no quarter given, no love lost. Here we go. We're only 4 minutes in. Popovic making notes. You Palace fans remember that, man. I remember him playing for Palace. Absolutely do. And my big brother in Melbourne, Australia is a big Palace fan. How about that? He's watching this too. Advantage as well. The referee seems to want to play a lot of advantage tonight. That can be a good thing and a bad thing. So let's hope it's a good thing. Who doesn't like advantage play? I do, for one. I love advantage play. Deuce B says, right decision there. To be fair, no pen warranted, in my opinion. Absolutely going with that. There's my referee on the line, Deuce B. Like you say, everybody here has an opinion, and we can all have an opinion, and it's not an issue. That's the beauty of this channel, guys. You say what you like. We don't need the guys that drop the F-bombs like crazy job, yeah? But you can say what you like, and you're always right. Throw-in coming up to Canada. Needed a bit more support play. Jonathan David playing a lazy ball through, but really doesn't go anywhere. Jonathan David now quick throw-in to Tajon Buchanan on the right side of play. Seager now on the ball, cuts inside. Should be coming back outside again, though. Kona now quickly on the ball, passes it over. Derek now takes his time, foot on the ball, lets in time. See what's going on there, guys. Everybody from Australia behind the ball. Every passing lane shut down. This is a one-on-one situation. That's how you cut this in half. One-on-one situation. Unluckily, Tajon tries it, loses control, throw into Australia, but they have a great compactness to their defense. Two lines working really quickly, really closely. It's going to be a tic-tac-toe, a give and go. A tic-tac-toe, give and go that works through that, or a guy on his own, like Tajon Buchanan on the right side, for example, going past the wing back and then crossing. Simple plays are going to be effective tonight. Battling Jonathan David. Well done, Jonathan David. Free kick coming up to Canada. A little over physical in the middle. And Kakati, if he carries on, will find himself in the book. Not really a menacing tackle, but it's the hands around the shoulders and the fist-like pushing. It'll catch the referee's attention eventually. Too much aggression is what I'm saying. The game is played with your feet, not your arms, not your legs, your feet. Izzo's lining everybody up. Ahmed with a free kick. He's asking for more space. That's definitely not 10 yards. It's definitely not 10 yards. That's a useful ball in the middle. Can't get on the end of it. Unlucky, unlucky. And yes, it's the nearly there, man. It's Kyle Larin nearly gets there. You haven't heard that for a few games. Remember that. You haven't heard that from a few games. I hope you're laughing about that. The nearly there man's back again. I mean, look, that ball's right in front of him. That ball's right in front of him. Going to get caught in possession here. Throwing coming up to Australia, but played himself into danger there. Played himself into danger. And Rolsey really never had no time on the ball. He needed to really have that ball go long, but Rolls was given no time on the ball, caught under pressure. Lucky, though, comes up with the throw-in. Australia keep possession. Just going to hit the chat real quick. VA7SL in the MLS. It's all about the defenders wrapping their hands around the forwards. Yeah, fair point. Fair point. Fair point. Australia on the back line, playing it. Rolsey now comes up forward. He needs to make some space. He needs to go forward with the ball. That's the way to go. Nice interception. Canada back in possession. Don't keep it. It's a real battle of space here, guys. There's no space for these two teams. It's like, I hate to say it, and it's not being rude, but it's like two school teams playing each other. Forgot about all the tactics. It's just kick and rush. That's what we got right now is a kick and rush style football match. Old style kind of connotation, but that's really what it is. And that's not a foul. And he never got hit in the head. Absolutely. Ricky Larez ripping him to shit because he never touched him. That is absolutely worthy of a yellow card for faking it. Jonathan David, tic-tac-toe, gets fouled. Advantage played. Tajon Buchanan now on the ball. Doesn't have any support. Goes back. Wise play. Wise play. Australia making it hard for Canada. Ball over the top now. Can he get there? He should do. Is he onside? I doubt it. He is offside. Called by the linesman. The linesman can see the other side of the field quite clearly. But inside the box from 20 feet. Interesting. Interesting. Again, Ricky Larrea giving Italian a piece of his mind there. Not a foul. Not a foul. Referee should have had a word, in my opinion. Cut that out of the game. You don't need that cheating or that simulation. There's enough of it that goes on in the game anyway. Don't make the referee's life even harder. Nice play. Goes around him again. Nice play there. Really battling for it. I tell you what, unluckily, he doesn't come up with the ball, but he was battling. Italiano was battling there. Really was. Nice play there by Metcalf. No, Rolsey gets it back. Australia quite comfortable on the ball moving forward. You can see the space, the pass and move. It's very, very, very clean. Always into the man with no pressure. Yeah, the ball's always going to no pressure. One more time, no pressure. Nice and compact. Very smooth. Eventually, with this kind of play, they'll get themselves into the game. You can see Australia working themselves into the game and becoming quite comfortable. Remember, 5 minutes away from 15 minutes. The first 15 minutes is always the battle for the road team to see how things are going to pan out. Right now, Australia coming up with the better of the form in the game, what we've seen so far. Nice play by Rolls one more time. Ball inside. Does he cut inside? Does he cut outside? He goes inside with the ball. Shot comes in. Blocked. Buchanan now on the defensive mode in his own half. Plays well. Coney now keeps it. Running with it. Playing like a big man tonight. Coney's playing very confident. It's nice to see him run with the ball. That's what he needs to do. Sling the ball to the left side. Or to the right side. Coming all the way. Buchanan now. Foot on the ball. Two teams, two boxers going at it left and right here. Both sparring with each other at the moment. Eventually we'll see something clinical from either team. But again, nice opening from the game. 11 minutes in. Canada down the left. Cuts inside. Does cut inside. Well blocked again. Australia defending with their lives. Shot coming in. And high and wide. And not so handsome. Nice to play. Nice play defensively. Nice play on the offense. Interesting game. Both teams are in this. Both teams are in this. I do hasten to add, though, neither goalkeeper has been tested, as you would say. Nice scenes now. The seats are filling up. The stadium is getting fuller. I told you they'd be coming up late. It's pretty... I don't know what it is. I always like to get to a game on time. And yes, I understand people have got traveling to do, and I have travel to do to go to games too. So I understand that. But I'm always surprised people are never there for the kickoff. But it does fill up eventually, as you can see in the stadium. It's a lovely crowd tonight. Nice atmosphere. Just needs a goal. To get this game going in the right way, Canada needs to get a goal within the next 10 minutes. Then Australia's really got to come out more to get back into it. Vice versa. Should Australia go ahead, Canada's then got to search for a goal. I'm saying the first goal makes this game come to life, and then you got to go for it. Coney now, nice play. Over to Seager. Seager in the middle, reading play, lovely. On the ball, weighing things up. In no rush, whatsoever. In no rush whatsoever. Sullivan now plays it through. Nice ball, intricate but nice. Ball over to the left side. Very artistic play. Beautiful play on the ball. Pinpoint precision passing. Don't do that every time. Beautiful play, though. Keep it simple. On the ball, on the ground, on the grass. Because as the great one said, if God wanted you to play football in the clouds, he'd have put grass in the clouds. And the grass is on the ground. Now, who said that? Who said that? Do any of you out there know that one? Great coach from way back. Izzo now with the ball on his own 6-yard line. Free kick, goal kick coming up. Burgess is on it. Burgess now to Izzo. Izzo to Burgess. You didn't see that coming, did you? There you go, coming out wide. Rolls now on the board, playing very nice at the back. Rolls is having a good play in left wing back style. Stay-at-home defence style right now, but should the game open up, I'm sure he's capable of pushing forward and high. Ball over the top now. Who's chasing? Tejon's running. He might well get there. He does get there. Brilliant play. I tell you what, fantastic save by Izu. Fantastic play all around in that motion there. Ball over the top. Simple play. Tejon gets onto it. Shouldn't have done. And a great save by Izzo. Australia now moving forward. Kone tries to. Doesn't touch him. Ball in the middle. Nice play there. Shoots on net. And well cleared. Should be a goal kick. And it's given as a corner. It's given as a corner. Great skill by Tejon. Tries the cross, but Izzo's block is supreme. Great one. Onside all the way on the return for in front of goal. And it should be a goal kick. But it's not. It's a corner. Tejon Buchanan playing his game as normal. Two-way player, doing very well. Stadium's looking great, like I say. The seats are filling out lovely. Great atmosphere. Now we need a goal. Not for Australia, preferably. Just saying. But if you're an Australian fan, don't take that badly. You know, this is war tonight, but we're fair. Corner coming in. Nice corner. Back post. That's going way too far. No one's even chasing it. Man down in the box. Did he get stamped on or something? Yeah, he got walked on. He got walked on. Brian Clough, absolutely. Bahumbatia, absolutely. Well done, my man. Yes, the one and only Brian Clough. Well done, Bahumbatia. Fantastic, my friend, fantastic. You obviously know a lot about football history going a long way back. And as time goes on, we are a select club. I call us the senior crowd in this channel. We have the junior crew also. Yeah, the junior crew's here all the time. But the senior crowd on this channel, yeah, I tell you what, that's why we're so well behaved. Because we've all seen so much. We know how to behave. It's too easy. We just want to have a good time. And that's what we have. Free kick now coming up, Australia. 16 minutes in. I tell you, the Aussies will be quite happy with what's going on right now. Or I should say the Socceroos, to be correct. Yes. In comes a free kick. Great free kick. I tell you, punched out by Cropeau. Halfway into his own half. Such a great diving punch. If you're going to punch it, punch it. Nice interception by Tejon Buchanan, but he can't get to the ball. It goes out of play. Unlucky. Bahum Batia says, thanks. He had some classic one-liners. Oh, yes. Oh, didn't he ever? For missing that target that far, you want bloody shooting. Do you remember that one? It's all there, mate. Canada now in the ball. Up to halfway. Tic-tac-toe. Don't stay in possession. And a nice, easy collection for Rolls. Back to Izzo. In front of his own nets. In front of his own box. He's like a sweeper, not a keeper. Ball outside into the right side now. Made it back there. That should be a foul. I tell you what, I don't like this referee for 1 second of the day. He's not protecting either sets of players for dangerous play. That was crazy there. That's crazy there. You take a look at that replay when you see this one come down. Boom. This is like when you feel your rib cage rattle. Take a look as he's landing. Take a look as he's landing. Bang. You feel that? He lands like right there. Now, I'm sure many of us have done this in the game. But it depends how flat on your back you land. Because if you land flat on your back, you knock all the wind out of you. But again, if you look closely into that motion there, someone's making a back. Yeah? So, just saying. If the guy doesn't make a back, I'm not going to name anybody because that's not cool. But you can see the replay. You know what you're looking at. But yeah, Bahum Batia. Cloughy had some amazing liners, and there was amazing coach as well. And if you didn't know Brian Clough, anybody out there, go look up Brian Clough. There's a film about him called The Damned United. Yeah, The Damned United. And it depicts Cloughy at Leeds United as a coach back in the 70s. It's a great movie, and it doesn't leave anything out. And they wouldn't make a movie like that today because they wouldn't get this. Get this. They wouldn't have the balls to make that movie today. That's how good it is. That's like going back in football. As you know, going back in time, things were a little bit different. portrayals were much different. So on the sideline, we've got Fujirelis and Mia lining up, warming up, because there may be a replacement coming up. And looking at your man on the ground, looks like there may well be. Let's see what happens with that, but it's going to take a little while. Ricky Laray getting a talking to. And Jesse Marsh is very carefully talking with Ricky. Okay. Good news is... Oh, that's even better news. Yeah, that's even better news. Waterman is up and running. That's even better news. Oh, I tell you. Oh, my God. What the hell is he doing here? Can you get them out of the building? Get them out of the building. I don't want no politicians at football matches. Get them out of the building. I'm talking him for the building. You're jinxing this game. If I knew he was there, I would know why we haven't scored a goal. Get out of the building. Get out of the building. Infantino, red card. Get out the building. Good Lord. Who let him in? He didn't pay for a ticket. Get him out. Get him out of the building. Run on. Halfway line now. Canada can play. Was it out? It was out. It was out. It was out. It was out. Absolutely. Ahmed tries to keep it in play. Doesn't do it. So far, we're coming up to 20 minutes in. Nothing to score. Nothing's on the door. But we've had 20 minutes of interesting facts about what's coming. You can feel a goal coming, but so far, it's so close between the two of them. Nice foul coming up. Yes. I tell you, how can you not call that foul? Australia must be fuming that is not a foul. This referee is duff. I like advantage play, but some of these challenges, you're coming through people. Interesting. He won't get another game like this, I'll tell you. The federations won't let it happen. Interesting. If you was an Australian fan, you'd be fuming you didn't get that call. I would be. Anyway, Rels now, left side defense, moving up to halfway, passes it off inside. Ball now over to the far left-hand side. Australia keeping good possession in their own half, trying to move it quickly, tic-tac-toe style. The transition's just not coming off. They'd be far wiser going longer with that second pass. That second ball is too close. Saliba's eating that ball up all the time, making the possessions, interceptions, and making life tough for that left quadrant there for Australia. Australia would be wise to go with the long ball through that portion. Ricky Laray, Chippy Ricky with the ball, 21 minutes in. I love Chippy. Do you love Chippy? I love Chippy. I think he's fantastic. He hasn't exploded yet, but when he does, you'll know. Long throw, Chippy Ricky now down the line, up to halfway. Bit of a battle for the ball. We keep on possession. Ahmed, well done. Chippy Ricky gets the ball on the floor, not in his hands. Australia now looking. Oh, I tell you, that could have been a dangerous tackle, but well timed. But it could have been dangerous. And this match is getting a little bit more physical, as I say. Both these teams are pushing each other to the hilt right now. And whoever you're playing against right now, man to man, you know you're in a match. Great straight line there by the Socceroos. Look at the defensive line. Socceroos, great line. That makes it really hard to get in behind. Defense is so disciplined by the Socceroos. Great touch by Tejon. Tejon back to Seager. Seager back to Tejon. Tejon now over to Saliba. Backs it up. Waterman now. Plenty of time on the ball. All the whole play is in the final third of Australia. Could have put the ball in. Didn't put the ball in. Seager tic-tac-toes with Tejon Buchanan. Buchanan to Saliba. Saliba now. Ball over the top. No, he doesn't. Kone goes to the wing. Buchanan brings it down. Would have been wiser to keep it on the floor. That's the junior play by Kone there. A little bit of inexperience. Keep it on the floor. Watch your brothers in play. Waterman now. Back over. Kone now. A lot of responsibility tonight. A lot of responsibility to get it done tonight. Out to the left side. Ahmed now. One-on-one. Twisting, turning. Does he get the cross in? Passes off. Nice play by Ahmed. Again, Ahmed now. Terrorizing Italiano. Ball comes over the top. Do we get on the end of it? Cleared one more time. Nice clearance by Knowlesy. Danger's not averted, though. Canada in possession. Kone just in front of the box. Goes over. Ricky. Nice play. Shot comes in. And it's high, wide, and handsome again. Nothing has tested Australia's goal tonight so far. 23 minutes in. A little bit more patience by Canada. What they were doing there was the right way to get through. But cross the ball early. Get it wide quick. Cross early. Where Buchanan is now, That's where you need to cross from. Not the shot shape, not the shot taker, but where Buchanan is on the edge of the box. Cross from there. Cross the ball early. Get that defensive line caught. Sharp. Australia going long now with the ball. Keeping the possession. And a foul awarded against. Irankunda can feel a little bit hard done to with that call there. It wasn't so bad. Wasn't so bad. It's 25 minutes coming up soon. Still nothing on the board. Seago, right side now, looking for action. Gives and goes. Nowhere to go. Buchanan. Back to Waterman. Bad pass back to Waterman from Kone. Spreads and opens things, not necessarily a bad thing. It's very tight in the middle. Look at the whole Australian team. So the lines are so close together, you couldn't put a piece of paper between them. Ball over the top. Izzo collects. Nice and simple. One more time, Knowlesy given a ball, given no time. Luckily, again, wins a throw. But again, the times that Knowles has been given a ball with no time on the ball, I'm telling you, Rolsey would not want to be having that ball with no time every single time. He wants space with the ball. He wants to get the ball when he's got some space to move. Too often, they've passed on Rolsey. He's had no space, no time, and he's been definitely double-manned and nowhere to go. Which is very close in there. It doesn't need to be. He spread it all out. Izzo now given a death threat. There's the ball. Bang. Got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it. Gets it back again. Settles the play. Foot on the ball. Everybody gets back in place. Izzo walking up slowly. So far, so good. Izzo's had literally a nice night at the races. Has had a few things to do, but nothing really big. Hasn't been tested, but eventually something's going to get through. But very comfortable in his own area. And right now, he's in charge of the game. VA7SL says, please don't hurt Ali. Don't hurt Ali. Please don't hurt Ali. Signed every Whitecaps fan. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I think he has a really bright future, and he's got such a great temperament on him as well. You know, you can see some of our guys have got some ego, and there's some egotism necessary at this level. But Ali is such a lovely guy. Jonathan David now gets the ball inside. Does he go anywhere with it? No, he doesn't. Cannons off the defender. One more time. Had the momentum, beat the man, just couldn't get the ball in. Lovely ball from Ahmed. Too slow with the pass, though. That cross, if it was going to get through, needed to be a shade quicker. Izzo now in the box, telling everybody where to be and what to do. Ahmed on the corner post. Corner coming in. 27 minutes gone. Great time to get a goal. Do we get a goal? Ball in. Lovely corner. Lovely corner. Get on the end of that one. And Izzo collects comfortably. Kyle Lowry again, doing what he does best. Nothing at all. In rhythm. Couldn't agree more. Absolutely, yes. Another Whitecaps fan. Did you guys see the Whitecaps shirt I was wearing for the Canadian Championship final? Because it was Whitecaps from, like, historical days. Yes. Australia now on the back line. Very comfortable. Very comfortable. Comes eventually again to Rousey. Now he's got a bit more time on the ball, but he does cannon it. Keeps possession, keeps his poise. Playing a great game. Rolsey's playing a top game tonight. Not giving an inch away. No one's having a bad game. I'm not saying that. But Rolls has stood up every time. Again, everything Izzo's had to do has been pretty comfortable. He hasn't been tested yet. He hasn't had to stretch for the money. Maybe he will soon. In rhythm, sadly, I missed the Can Champ. I streamed because I was watching The Friends. I'll go back and check. Yeah, no worries, man, no worries. Jeffrey Perrin, how you doing, fella? How you doing? Finally made it. Glad to see you again, my friend. Glad to see you again. Rolls in now with the throw-in. comes inside one more time, gets it back, has no time on the ball. Every time, Rolsey has no time on the ball. Quick feet, get him out of danger. Eventually, in the wrong place, Rolsey might be the one that gets caught with the ball. Just saying, it could be that bad. Again, look at him, given no time. The press for Canada is working overtime, wide side, not necessarily down the middle. Don't waste time in the front of the box. The press for Canada tonight is going wide. East to west is where the surges. Look at that press. Look at that press. Look at that press. Absolutely on fire. That's what wins you matches. Jonathan David inside. Terrible touch. Shot coming in. And now Izzo gathers a shot that he thought was going left that actually goes right. And if you check, Tajon just doesn't connect. It's more like a shin foot slobby. Unlucky. Australia dodge a bullet, but get out of danger quite comfortably. Izzo covers. Canada now on the ball in front of their own box. Pressure's mounting. The pressure's mounting. I tell you what, look at the hot potato. I tell you what, referee might have a word with that late challenge there, but carry on. Advantage play. But this game is at a fast breakneck pace. Absolutely loving it. It's warming up. 30 minutes in, 60 minutes to go. Great game. Very interestingly poised. It so is interestingly poised. Into the chat. VA7SL, fucking TSN as the game on TSN 5, while TSN 1 has greatest plays of all time featuring high school basketball. Yeah, that's about the level of it. TSN, I tell you what, they do nothing for me. Never did. Not for football. And you might be shocked with that statement, but they're there for the money and the quick kill in the market. Whatever it is, it's a quick kill. They'll jump all over the World Cup and get quick kill money. And then they'll leave soccer to dangle to death and do nothing for it. You can have your TV shows and your pre-shows and all that sort of stuff, fine. But they're not football. They're not soccer. One Soccer in Canada is where all the pressure should go. They should be the ones leading the storm. Every Canada fan, like it or lump it, should be backing that channel, okay, and helping them bring numbers to help raise that product. There's nothing wrong with One Soccer whatsoever. They might not have the variety and the flair, but get on it. Get in. Tajon now crosses the ball, doesn't get through. Again, Knowlesy blocks it. But again, you're absolutely on the money with the TS angle. They do nothing for me for football. Nothing. Back to the game. Metcalf can't believe it's a foul, but it actually is a foul. And Touré's like, it is a foul, but I can't believe it's a foul. Both shaking their heads at this. Take a look. Referee says foul. Referee says foul. Unluckily, ball now. Tajon now on the right side. Looking to cross it in. Left side. No left foot. Doesn't cross it. Referee says foul. Referee says foul. Unluckily, ball now. Tajon now on the right side. Looking to cross it in. Left side. No left foot. Doesn't cross it. Passes off. Kone now. Kone. Slowly over to the left side. You're not going to get past Australia with a laggy, slow pass like that. They're better than that. It's got to be zip, 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 zip. It's got to be quick and on the ground. That ball should now be crossed in instead of taking a touch. It's got to be zip, zip, zip. Australia are having a good time in defense right now. Entertaining. They're entertaining in defense. Should be a throw in for Australia. Ricky Larea is about to have a blood rush and freak out. But he's looking at the crowd sucking, counting to 10 like Wayne Rooney of old, and not blowing his top. And when you look at the replay, you have to say, well done, Ricky, for not freaking out. 22 is having a good time. I love Ricky. I really do. I hope you do too. Jeffrey Perrin says, watch One Soccer all the time. Well done, brother. Well done. Because to tell you what, those guys, they need us, the fans, to get in with them and mix with them. Throwing coming out for Canada now. Goes long, comes inside, in the box. There's a bit of a foray, goes out. It's going for a throw-in. One more time for Canada. Yeah, for what you pay for One Soccer's viewing, I think it's pretty fair. It's less than $100, and you get international games, you get the CPL games, other league games too, some of the shows through. Hey, you know what? For my money, the One Soccer guys, they do a top job. Top job. They could do with some other things. I could give them some tips on some kind of shows that I would bring that would bring us all more together. But I'm not going to do that here. They can call me because they're dead cert killer ideas. that would fly for Canadian fans, especially with this World Cup coming. But yeah, One Soccer, do a great job. Canada now, holding the ball. Interesting game so far. Saliba now, beautiful play in the middle, goes nowhere. Nice slick pass. Seager takes a touch, crosses, in-swinger. Well defended one more time. Saliba comes up with the scraps. Canada, bad play there. Puts himself under pressure. Waterman gives it to Jonathan David now. JD out wide on the right side. Get in the middle, JD. Get in the middle, JD. Nearly had a Brian Clough moment there for you. Get in the middle. I don't pay you to be on the bloody wing. Ball down the middle now. Canada, tic-tac-toes. Goes through the middle. One touch. Is he going to get through? Goes through. I tell you. It was close on. It was close on. But Izzo gets down low and makes a swap-in save. Keeping Australia 0-0 in the game. Wasn't a great chance. Wasn't the most wonderful play. But I tell you what, nearly ends up in the back of the net. And like I said, from the minute one, it's either going to be a great play or a sloppy goal that gets past Izzo. Canada now, right side again. Ball plays. Cross comes in. Going to be defended one more time. Australia out for another throw. And that's coming up for Canada. Nice action there. Nice action. Coney playing a great game tonight. Just would not stop. Wouldn't give it up. Kept going like a little freight train and took a deflection off Rolls' heel and nearly goes in for an own goal. But I tell you, Kone's playing a big game tonight. Good for him. Good to see him do so well because let's face it, guys, the last few games he's been substituted out a few times too early and it's a little bit sort of pressure for the young man. And you thought sometimes when you see the guy coming off the field doing this to the coach, you ask yourself, it didn't all go well. Good to see it's going well for him, especially this close to the World Cup. Tajon Buchanan now against Rolls. Goes past him. Free kick coming up. Ref, any chance? Any chance, ref? Is that one of them? Do you think it's one of these? No? Okay. No card. No card. Free kick coming up. Tajon's feeling the owie. And Rolls is getting a talking to. He's like, right, that's it. That's it. So there you go. That's it. Why does this stop people fouling? These two hands like that. That's it. You're not going to foul anybody again. That's it. Bang. Yeah. Take a close look. How bad was it? Well, it was a deliberate foul. It was a deliberate foul. He didn't go for the ball, so it should have been a yellow card. Anyway, nothing doing, says the referee. And the man in black is wearing yellow, so that's why he says no. Seagar on the ball. Ahmed on the ball. Saliba on the ball. Ball's coming in. Ahmed, nice cross. Floated over far side. Izzo's going to get on that, and he does. Nice two-handed collection, about a yard or two in front of the goal line. Nice and composed play by Izzo tonight. Number 12. Doing very well so far. Ball up to halfway. Australia keeping possession. They've had good possession play, but they've really... That final ball tonight hasn't been the best. If that final ball tonight was better, more on the money, they probably could have snuck a goal in this game so far tonight. So far, nothing doing. Again, I'm going to say, looking in the building, the scenes are beautiful in Saputo Stadium. Lovely crowd. Majority red, absolutely. But there are Australian fans, Socceroos in there tonight. That is a deadly, dirty foul. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. I tell you what, he went right through Kone there. You want to see the replay on that. If that referee doesn't get a grip of this game, someone's going to get injured. Seriously injured. Take a look at this. You see how outstretched that leg is with the cleats up high? Do you see that? Young Mr. Metcalf, you're lucky to be on the pitch. If that was in a league with VAR, people would be looking at that because this referee, in my opinion, is letting too much slide. It's good to let the game flow and have advantage in there, but at what cost? This guy will be responsible for someone getting injured. If not tonight, game's coming full. Ball in now. Headed twice. Tajon shoots. Go. Lucky. Comes wide where he needs to play. He's in his own office now. Goes back with the ball. Seager now. Waterman. Tajon tries to flick around Rolls, but Rolls is too clever for that move. He's like, hey, I've been in school a long time. You're not going to school me now. Rolls really doing a good job against Tajon Buchanan, but don't forget, Buchanan needs space. When Tajon tries the one-on-ones and tries to beat you from a dead stand, it's like watching Carl Laring. When Tajon's in flow, gets wide of you and puts the ball in quickly, different story, different caliber of player. That's what he needs to do. Get the ball in early. Don't worry about beating your man one-on-one, just to try look good and make it look better. A lot of guys gifted like to beat one man one-on-one. The simple ball is your most effective ball. Ahmed on the left side now. One-on-one. Goes past the Italiano. Ball coming in. Get on the end of this one. Tajon Buchanan can't. Won't be able to get on the end of it, and should be a goal kick, as it is. Yes. Sorry, Tajon, you can't get the goal kick when you put it out. Remember, we're going to take a 60-second, maybe a 90-second break at halftime. I've got to check the boards and make sure everything is still on cue. As for the cameras and the microphones and all the stuff, and you guys in the chat. Into the chat, got to say something. Jeffrey Perrin says, watch One Soccer all the time. Beautiful. In rhythm, definitely started watching more One Soccer recently. It's awesome to have coverage of the Canadian team that actually cares, which is why I listen to Stevie when I'm working. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. If you're going to go through the motions, and I'm not going to name a TV station because you know what I'm talking about, but if you're just going to go through the motions and give it a generic bullshit feel, why am I going to pay money or listen to you? Italiano, Ricky Larrea having a bit of a chin wrap here, and Ricky's got the ball, and he's like, move away, move away, move away. Italiano's not backing down, and O'Neill's right in there too. Waterman's getting in there too. Oh, I tell you what, a bit of a slap. Waterman just slaps O'Neill. Oh, it's heating up, baby. It's heating up. I tell you, that was a full slap by Waterman, which constitutes a straight red. Wow. There must have been something said there. I tell you, man, things are heating up beautiful here. This is market bureau stuff. Like, watch this. Watch Waterman. Boom, boom. That's one. And they're still coming. There you go. There you go. That's what it happened for. Bang, and then a bang. Yes. Handbags at 2 o'clock at halfway. Handbags at 2 o'clock. Get ready for more. Woohoo! Are we going to see someone get red? Because there's a lot of guys, ops a daisy, sitting on yellow. Action in the game at last. 40 minutes going. Let's see. A goal now for any team would really hot this up for the second half. But Australia, I tell you what, bang. They're enjoying this. Canada's enjoying this. It's hotting up. It's getting edgy. And for somewhat of a international friendly, it's getting bloody nasty. And that is fantastic. I mean, that's what you want to see. Would they present the football match like this on TSN like we're doing? No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. You'd be getting bored by the freaking second. Why? Because there's no passion, nada, narimente, nothing. And that's what we are. All of us, we're all passion. Canada moving forward. Tajon flicks it over. JD now thinks what to do. Ball through now. Tajon takes a shot. Nice save. One more time. Izzo down low. Well done, son. Great game. So we've had some aggro. We've got a little bit of action now. Bit of excitement. Coming up to half-time. Duck eggs, no score. Second half's looking a lot better. Lot better. Into the chat quickly. VSA7 says, your audio is cutting out. No, not mine, mate. We're good. Check your mic. Big slaps. Jeffrey Perrin. Yes, big slaps. Only getting half of what you're saying. Maybe because I'm getting too excited. There could be a technical thing, but the mic, I'm going to check my bouncers for you guys. Boom, boom. Yep, the mic is still working. Micers are still working. They are good. Yep, they're good. If I go down too low, they get really high. Yep, we're good. We're good. We're good. But Tajon releasing that shot. Nice one for Izzo down low. Nice one for Izzo down low. Sometimes with the internet, you sometimes do get some technical issues. But I'm sure you're all going to be telling me, boom, we're done. Still in with the chat. Big slaps by Jeffrey Perrin, yeah. Only getting it, yes. Lovely. 3 minutes before halftime. And sometimes with this mic, if you scream too loud, it'll cut you for a second, and then it'll catch your softness when you come back. So don't think it's this mic because all the lights are bouncing good. But anyway, Canada in possession. Kone playing a great game. Nice to see it happening all the way back to Croupeau, who's only had one major thing to do, and that was punch the ball out from the corner. Other than that, routine saves, routine play. Nothing really to write home about. Seeger now on the ball. Into middle. Saliba hasn't really done too bad tonight. Ball over the top. Is he onside? It looks like he is. Tajon Buchanan fighting rolls. All the way. Rolls, concedes, gives out the corner. Great play by both. you can see Kyle Larin and Tajon Buchanan having an argument with him, and Larin is arguing why you didn't pass the ball earlier. I think on looking at where Larin is standing, that ball wasn't coming to you anyway. You weren't clear and open. But I see there is some. Just a second, I'm going to do something. There we go. There we go. I'm looking at the broadcast coming in, and that has a little bit of a wobble. Ball coming over the top. Tajon has it. One more time. One more second. There we go. There we go. That's better. Throwing coming up. I'm going to get rid of these. There we go. One more time. There we go. Better, better, better. Ball coming in. Tic-tac-toe. Izzo's on it. I can't believe how he gets on top of that. It's just crazy how he gets on top of that. Absolutely crazy how he gets on top of that. But he does. He does. Australia keeping possession on the back line. But again, Canada's like pressurizing now just before half-time. It's coming down seconds before the game. John Basco, cheers, my friend. Thank you very much, my friend. Love that, love that, love that. Get rid of that. Just 1 second. Nice play by Coney. One more time. Nice and calm by Coney. Keeps it out wide. Nice play. Coming up to half-time, we've got 2 minutes of added time. We're 1 minute into it. Australia down the left side now. Down the right side, moving forward. Comes back. Doesn't get forward. There's been no space down that right side for Australia to exploit. If they can, well, there's a quarter there that they can literally open up with. Can they? We'll have to wait and see. Ball coming forward now. One more time. Buchanan over to the right side. JD on the ball. Comes wide. Australia one more time. Well defended. Rolsey gets it out. It's a bit scrappy towards the end of the first half here. But again, both teams looking to get something, but nothing's coming off. That final ball, that final quality just isn't happening. There's no space. There's no time. You put your foot on the ball. Literally, the ball's taken off your toe. It's literally no time land. Tajon Buchanan now coming up to the last seconds in the first half. Back to Waterman, and there we go. There we go. There we go. It's coming up to the end of it. Moving left side. How much has the referee got on his clock? That's the question. How much has he got on the clock? Ball down the right side. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Socceroos as we finish out. Time should be up. There you go. Time is up. And Infantino is going for a quick coffee or something else. Something else may be what it is. Maybe what it is. You never know. You never know. Anyway, going to give you the stats on the doors, and then after that, we will be going for a quick break. But so far, so good. I tell you what, wasn't a bad game. Was not a bad game. Was not a bad game. We've had some technical difficulties here, I'll tell you that. But stats are, we've got it now. Here we go. Stats are right now. And like I say, 0-0 at halftime, not so bad. If you're just joining in, welcome in. And remember, like, subscribe, get in here. And we've got another few games coming up. Go down in the library at Ultimate Soccer Show and you'll see how many more things we've got lined up as far as watch-alongs. And we do. We've got 3 more watch-alongs posted at the site. But your stats on the doors, as you're filling your coffee cup, your beer mug, your Shiraz if you're on the wine, gin if you're one of the girls with flowers in your cup. Stats on the doors is, these are World Cups. These World Cups will be given away during the World Cup, okay? So stats on the door, stats on the door. Canada so far, 7 shots, only 2 on target. 56% possession, 247 passes, 84%. Considering we're in such a smashing hard game where no time and no touch on the ball and every high pressure zones, 84% possession for pass accuracy is really good. 3 fouls for Canada, 1 yellow card, 1 offside, and 3 corners. For the Socceroos, might surprise you, Canada's had 7 shots. Socceroo's only 1 shot. No shots on target. That doesn't mean to say they're not going to hit the target in the second half, but as we speak right now, no shots on target. Possession, 44%. Not bad for the road team. You're not there to entertain. You're the road team. You're the road team. Passes, 196 passes in the first half. Pass accuracy, 81%. Again, that's pretty decent for your pass accuracy in such a game of attrition. You know, thrust, cut and draw, so in there fast, no time. Literally, for such a physical match, the pass accuracy is really high. Fouls, 7. 1 yellow card, no red cards, offside none, and 1 corner. So far, so good. 0-0 at halftime. Can you see a goal coming? You'd like to see one coming. The crowd needs a goal. Crowd needs a goal. Is there one coming? Hard to say. I would say this much. Kyle Larin needs to vacate the scene. Needs to vacate the scene, guys. I'm telling you now. Needs to vacate the scene. You got all those guys on the sideline. You could bring Jacob Schaffelberg in quite happily against JD, see what you got there. But a guy that's got feet can get something done, some guile to his game, some fight to his game. And let's face it, Kyle Larin is like watching paint dry twice. Nothing new about it. Everything that was good about him is in the back window. If you look at the scores that he's got on the doors, the teams he's had goals against when he's been on the score sheet, it hasn't been the biggest teams in the world. And the biggest teams in the world don't let him score, or the people at that level. Needs to change. Promise Aku. Bring Promise David in. He could do it. You got one there, Promise David. You could also say Jaden Nelson. That could change it up as well. Also, who else needs to come out? You could say Saliba, maybe. It might surprise you. I bring Saliba out and put Jaden Nelson in. Both can play the same game. But this needs life. Right now, it's becoming too predictable. The left, right. Remember, I say east to west passes go nowhere. You don't get goals east to west, north to south, preferably north. Yeah, that's how you get goals. If you want to go east to west scoring goals, it's a cross. Straight cross. Get it in there. Cross early. Stop pissing around. Get it in. Bang. All this recycling the ball, no. Be direct. If you got a direct motion, you save time, you save energy, and you're more creative. The times we could have crossed the ball in this first half, we didn't. Again, the other side of the equation, Australia had lots of possession, but when they've gone right side, they really haven't had much luck at all. It hasn't really been effective, been so close. Chippy Ricky is really zoning that really nicely. Ahmed is working hard there too, so there's no space. When they've come down the right side, they've had a bit more fortune. If I was Australia, I'd be looking to come down the left side. Let's see if that happens. But if it does, they've obviously seen what they've done in the first half. Again, for me, my money, Canada's need to make in 1 or 2 changes. And at the 60, 65 minute, no later, that's when you bring more subs in. So if you're going to bolster the attack or back up your midfield, wide side, 60, 65 minutes latest. Because eventually you're bringing someone in at 75 minutes and you're giving them no time. Everybody needs 5 or 10 minutes to warm up in the game. You played at that level. You know what it's like to get in the game. You've got to warm up, get to the level. If you're not at the level, you're not going to get in the game. So early substitutions are what we need to see happen. And that's really what's going to change this game for Canada. Just looking like down on the scenes right now. There we go. Canada fans looking real good. Everybody's in a nice place. People are literally having a good time. Was it a penalty in the first half against Tajon Buchanan? I think it probably was. You know, Canada should be aggrieved at that. But he was really active there. Izzo makes a great save on Tajon Buchanan. And Tajon Buchanan, for my money, has been the link player and the best player so far tonight for Canada. JD needs to pick it up a little bit. Jonathan David really hasn't done too much. So make a change or two and get ready. Guys, I'm taking a quick 60-second break. And after that, I'll be right back. But I'm just going to go check the boards. I'm checking one of the boards right now as I'm talking to you right now. As you can see, my colors go down. But I'm checking that. Right, I'm going to go back in 60 seconds, guys. Don't go anywhere. Okay, guys, I checked the boards, and there was something shorting out, which I just flipped it on and off, and you wouldn't have known. So I flipped it on, off, on, and yeah, everything's good this side. So we shall see what happens. Righty. Okay, back into it. Let's get things on the roll. Bring it up. But I definitely meant, hello, Cabby. How you doing, buddy? Where's the 2-1? You said 2-1. He's like, oh, well. I'll tell you what. I'll give you one. Hold on. You come over here. There you go. Right. Oh, sorry. You move your bum. There you go. You have to take care of the kitty. Already got my Team Canada stream reminders ready to go. Nice one. Jeffrey Perrin, loud and clear. Thank you, brother. Listening to you from Queensland, Australia. Loving it, mate. Loving it. What do you think of the game so far? We're talking JGS 2207. JGS 2207. What's the JGS? Must be a long super name like John Player Special, something like that. JGS 2207. Listening to you from Queensland, Australia. And as I'd say to my brother in Melbourne, good day. Yes. What do you think? Is that it? Yes. He's a good kitty. This is Cabby. Cabby the kitty. He comes on all the watch-alongs. He comes in invariably when he wants a treat, to be honest. But he always comes in, don't you, buddy? Yes, he does. He doesn't say much. He's quiet. But he's a good guy. Aren't you, buddy? Cabby, because he lived in a cabina, and I saved him. Didn't I? What'd you tell? He trusts me, but he's a good guy. He's a kitty. He's a football guy. Yeah, you're football. No. You can't go there. You stay there. You stay there. I'll give you the yellow card. He's like that. He's like a Paul Gascoigne. Okay, if I take this away, his little treat tray, then it'll go in his mind. Okay, treat's done. Looking at the TV. Yes, you got to stay there, buddy. You got to stay there. Yes, you stay there. We're getting ready for the second half. It's coming. Oh, okay. Yes, this guy's so looking and earning a red card here. Yes. Hey, come here. There you go, buddy. Thank you. There we go. That's it. Yeah, you lie down. Yeah, you chill for the second half. You get ready for the second half. That's the way. Yeah. Good buddy. He's a good guy. Right on. Okay, here we go. So just to say, In Rhythm says, already got my Team Canada team reminders ready to go. Love it. I tell you, we got a few interesting games coming up. I mean, excuse me, as we go. Coming up, October 14 is Colombia taking on Canada, and that's Harrison, New Jersey. So if you're living down east, you can get to that. But Colombia, Viva Colombia! I tell you, mírame. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Colombia. Tuesday, October 14th, at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. We'll be going on 5:30 for that one. And then looking at more matches. I tell you, we're not going to stop there. Ecuador is November 13, and Venezuela is November 18. 4 big matches where we're really going to test ourselves. So let's look at that first 45 minutes before we get back on screen here. Really close to breaking through, both teams, Australia and Canada. But goalkeeper either side doesn't have any hot fingers from making massive hot saves. Defenders have done a fair measure of the big plays by clearing their lines very well, both Australia and Canada. But nobody's really battered each other into a point where they're dominating games. Remember, I always say dominate your day. And nobody in this match is dominating their day. Second half, when things start to sift out a little bit, I expect one or two things to happen. The game's going to heat up a little bit more. As you see on your TV screen, they're advertising Colombia. Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. on TSN. Colombia. But it'll also be on One Soccer. I urge I don't get paid by One Soccer, guys, just in case you think I do. No, I don't. No, I don't. I am total independent. Even when I was working at TSN, totally independent with my show. The show back then was still called The Ultimate Soccer Show. You can go online and sift around and you'll find some stuff on it. Anyway, you got to keep your independence. That is your main strength, is your independence. That's what I'm saying. But looking at them 4 games, basically, before we get to the start of the second half, you got 4 teams where we're going to be tested as a nation, Canada. Likewise, Australia's getting tested. We're going to be tested as a nation, Canada. Likewise, Australia's getting tested here too. They're going to find some equation out of this, what suits their bill for forming up for the World Cup. But we're not playing teams that are lower than us. We're not expected to cruise to victories here. And the FIFA rankings show that I'm pushing out in 2 days' time will show reference to this, that these 4 games Canada is playing right now. Yeah, I'm going to say it again. Right now we got Australia, then it's Colombia, then it's Ecuador, then it's Venezuela. And within 4 games, there's a margin of points we can get to see where our FIFA ranking will be prior to the World Cup. Teams playing in competition, however, get a different ranking than teams playing in friendly competitions. The weight of the points is different. You go to that video that I'm putting out in 2 days' time, you're going to see that all explained. That's why I'm breaking this down for you now. It's already in the can. It's already been produced. It's already done. It's going to be released in 2 days' time. A FIFA rankings explanation of 40 teams, roughly, and how rankings work and what it's really all about. And it's so well explained by DJ Knox and I on that situation. So get to that. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. 4 big games here, going to test the heck out of us. And come the World Cup, you'll see where we are. Ball kicks off now. Canada on the ball. Chippy Ricky's on the ball. Passes inside. Saliba can't keep possession. Coughs up possession. Australia looking very alert, looking like they want to do something early. Goes wide left side. Top 22. Yeah, quite. I tell you what, there is a possibility by the World Cup. Yeah. Just a quick swig here, guys. I'll tell you one thing I've noticed tonight. Derek Cornelius has been looking a little bit more stressed than normal. He normally is one not to get flustered, but I think a few of the decisions, he's literally not seeing eye to eye with the referee. We need a goal, guys. We need a goal. Yep. Referee's having none of it. He's calling him over. He's going to have a word with him. Final foul, essay. That's what he said. That's your final foul. So Derek knows no more acting out. Just get in the game. Maxime on the post, getting the wall set. Lovely job, number 16. Who is your number 1? Is it Maxime or is it Dane St. Clair? I like Max. Always have. Dane's cool. Max is my number 1. Free kick now coming in. Lovely position. 25 yards out. Nice delivery. Ball's down on the floor. Bit of a scrap. Cleared though. Australia still in possession. Chippy Ricky now trying to get possession back. Doesn't though. Lovely play into the box. Australia now crosses in. I tell you what, very, very fortunate. Maxime Croupeau drops before the shot and the ball trickles into him. He was dead for rights if the shot was delayed. Watch again. Do you see what I mean? Lucky for Max. Lucky for Canada. Still 0-0. Waiting the first goal. Let us have a goal. One goal now opens up this whole can of worms, and then you know the thing will go berzonkers. And maybe it'll get chippy again with Chippy Ricky now on the ball. 2-on-1 now. Chippy goes past one, keeps possession, forcing down the line. Forcing down, and well done, Ricky Larea. Absolute well done. Great defensive play. Wins the throw in for Canada. Should be a Canadian throw. Oh, yes. Get in there, Chippy. A little bit of tussle. Ahmed's in there too. Calming him down. Love it. Calming him down. Love it. I tell you, great game. Wouldn't have it any other way. Italiano now taking a wilderness with the ball. Boo gets it thrown out eventually, and it goes back out of play. What do you know? Surprisingly enough, we haven't seen too much of Jesse Marsh tonight. Normally, that's what we see a lot of. He's been pretty quiet, old Jess. Maybe he's under the weather. Chippy Ricky now with the ball. Where's he going to go? Down the line. He goes down the line. Oh, I tell you, that was a little bit of a late challenge on Ricky. Even Waterman saying, like, referee, hello. I like the referee that he plays the advantage, but again, it's to what cost? These guys have got to go back to their clubs, yeah? So don't risk people getting an injury by having a too open game, you know, like they got clubs to go back and play for, because that's who pay for these guys to play, is the clubs. Ahmed now on the ball, cuts inside. Very smart move for a young player. Ball over the top. Lovely play into feet. Tajon Buchanan 2-on-1. Should get the cross in, but doesn't. Tic-tac-toe. Saliba on the ball now. Camped out in front of the half. A little bit lucky bounce there. Turn, swivel. I tell you what, there you go. That's him. There you go. Kyle Larin in a good position there. The nearly there man gets something again, nearly. You can keep laughing. You should be. Unfortunate position. He should have just passed off. Ahmed was waiting for that little pass inside, and then Ahmed would have took care of business and probably would have slapped it in the corner. Larin, not a great partner. You got to be looking for where Ahmed's going on the give and the go. It was obvious that the ball needed to go back to Ahmed. Critically. Saliba now on the ball. Goes past one. Goes past two. Comes inside. Mr. Derek's on the ball. Mr. Derek feet. Nice feet. Lovely ball outside. Ricky Larea now. 1-on-1. Doesn't get past him. Comes inside. Backs it up. Nice wise play. Ahmed again. Taps inside. Derek Waterman. Backs it up. Nice play. Waterman inside. Saliba back to Waterman. Waterman to Saliba. Saliba to Derek. Nice play inside. Wise play by Ahmed. Saliba now goes wide side. Right side of the field. Tajon Buchanan now. 1-on-1. Cuts inside. Passes inside. Ball gets crossed. Well defended. Australia now in possession. Coming out. Looking good in defense again. Tough nut to break tonight. But they always are. Very together unit, Australia. Always. Even in big competitions, you expect the big teams to do things. And Australia always comes up trumps, don't they? Hey, they always put in their performances, always seem to get it done. And they take out big numbers as they do it. They've done it time and time again. Now Canada's finding out exactly. It's great experience for the Canadian national team. Absolutely is. You can play CONCACAF teams all your life and learn a little bit. Tonight, they're learning a hell of a lot. Ball over the top. Fortunate clearance. They'll be laughing about it in defense, but hey, nothing on the scoreboard. 51 minutes in. Legs are getting long now. Mistakes are going to be made. Take a look at the replay. Quite fortunate. Could have gone anywhere. Who are you going to take out right now? Corner kick going into the chat. Quickly. Boom, boom, boom. Them there be hills. Up there, mate. I tell you, love it. Hi, Steve from Bun Vegas, Australia. Love it. Looks like Canada have the best of the stats on this home fixture. So far, yeah, so far. But Australia's well in this match too, man. Don't kid yourself. Great clearance again. Ball goes back upside down. Should be Izzo's land. In it comes. Izzo's got it. But again, as I was reciting just before, for the benefit of neutral and Canadian fans, when you're playing Australia, this is a great learning curve because they've done the world stage, World Cups, all sorts of big competitions. They've won lots of things in their own area, own confederation, couple of confederations when you look at their history, and they've always been there. They've always answered up. And they've proven difficult opponents for lots of people. So tonight's no difference. Excuse me. It's a great learning experience. It's lovely to play against teams that you can't break down. You see your big players start shaking their heads like Jonathan David just did. Time for substitutions, Coach. Jesse Marsh, have a look. Tell me what you're thinking. I think substitutions definitely look like they need to be changed. But big up to them, there be Hills. From Vegas, Australia. Big time. Come the World Cup, guys, I'll be doing watch-alongs like this too, yeah? And remember, this is not monetized. I don't do it for the coin. I do it for us. So we've all got a safe place to listen, engage, and sometimes take the piss out of with Ahmed with a horrendous piece of no-skill touch. Let the ball go under his foot. He's so pissed off that. That's so bad. Got to pick that up. Foot on the ball, mate. Get your foot on the ground. Studs. Do you need to go back to school? Boom. I'm joking, obviously. But you can have fun here, see? You say what you like. And that's what it's all about. Subs are needed, Jeffrey Perrin. Absolutely. Absolutely. Subs are needed. Absolutely. What a great show. Absolutely used to love that. Ball now, left side, going down the left side. Australia in deep now, on the edge of the box, on the edge of the box. One-on-one. Seager says not a chance. Eventually going out for throw. Well done for Seager. Gets back, covers, does well. So Carney, the Circus Carney, is talking to Infantino in the box. Sorry. Ali has run himself out. I think you're right, mate. VA7SL says Ali has run himself out. I think you're right, man. Like 60 minutes, that's got to be the time. But remember, there's another game coming up in 4 days' time, my birthday. Colombia. Viva Colombia. Yeah, I can't wait for that one. I love Colombia, man. I tell you. Love it. Yes. I got a book I'm reading from Colombia right now. Tajon Buchanan down the right side. Crosses early. That's what you needed to do, but something on it. And you can see Carl Larin's getting pissed off because he turns his back on the play because he doesn't get the ball. That is not what you do. You keep your eye on the ball all the time, man. You can't put your back to the ball. Carl Larin, he's disinterested because he doesn't get the ball. That really breeds bad connectivity up front. He needs to go. Someone needs to get up front with a positive attitude, positive runs, and let Tajon Buchanan make a bad pass, and you just brush it off. Don't accuse the guy of not getting the ball in. Just rub it off. It's just a play. So Larin, I'm done with him, man. I tell you, I've been done with Larin for years. To tell you the truth. Ball now, left side. Larin, done with him for years. I'm telling you, man, years. Ball crossed in, beauty. Nice one, far side, brought down. Unluckily, can't get it under control. Tajon tries, doesn't get it under control. Nice pass by Waterman, yeah. A couple of games ago, Derek Waterman was playing Rangers up in Scotland, and he went down on the edge of the left side of the box, and he crossed the ball just inside the 6-yard box, but not close to the keeper, and it was tapped in at the far post. It's a beautiful play. Go to Glasgow Rangers last game, and you'll see Derek get that assist. Yeah, it was a really Cornelius. Yeah, it was really a top draw assist. Australia making a bag load of changes. Look at your screen, you'll see what's going on. Rolsey's run his race and he's done damn good. Yeah, get the moustache off, mate. It don't look good on you. I'm joking. Makes him look older. Without that moustache, he looks way younger. I'm not kidding you. He looks better without it. In my place, Boss has just come on. He's active. He's going to give you some fight, mate. I tell you. Get ready. They've made substitutions, and we're going to sue. But, yeah. Good. How you doing, fella? How you doing? Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. Oh, everything's good, mate. Everything's good. Life is good. Life is really good. Yep. Ups and downs, isn't it? Your life is like a roller coaster, baby. And Yeah, recently up. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All good, all good. But you've got to expect a bumpy ride on this planet, no? Can't be that easy. But anyway, Australia now. 57 minutes in, going down the left side. Lots of power now. Cross comes in. Yes, it does. On the end of it. Yes, they get on the end of it, and it's headed wide. Ahmed now clears it. I tell you what, testing times. Cross comes in early again on the end of it. Oh, I tell you what, he should have done better than that. Should have done better than that. I mean, come on. Irankunda, ball's coming in. He's way in front of it. Watch your post. Watch your back post. Watch your back post. There you go. He's just way in front of it. I know he's not the biggest guy, but come on. He's got to get in there. Australia really showing a little bit of what for there. Getting closer. Showing a little bit of prowess. Threatening Canada's goal. In deep. Playing a very hard and physical game, Socceroos tonight. You expected it. That's their brand. Toughness and skill. Better from Irankunda. Gets the cross in. Yes, he does. Directed on net. I tell you what, that was not without. Another shot across the Canadian bow. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Shake your head, my son. That should have been in the back of the net. Ball comes across beautifully. Toure in acres of space. Bangs on net. Should have done better. Just like that song. Should have done better. Yeah, he should have done better. Metcalf's getting hard and fast. What's the score? 0-0, my mate. 0-0. Sorry, brother. Good. Sorry, it's 0-0 right now. We've had 60 minutes coming up of even play. Both teams have been, in my opinion, shooting blanks. You'll laugh at that. And it just needs a moment of either a terrible error or a moment of genius. I don't see the 2-1. Cabby came in and said 2-1. If it's going to score, I see a 1-0 or a 0-0 coming down the line. But both teams have been threatening. Canada threatens. Izzo in net has been up to everything and hasn't had much to do at all. I mean, his fingers have not been hot. Krupo's had nothing to do apart from one punch out of net, out of the penalty area into open play, and it went to halfway, so it was quite the bloody punch. But nobody's really excited us so far. It's been a good old hockey term, kiss the sister, would you say? Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. Other than that, it's lovely to see Australia taking on Canada because that really is a spectacle. That's what we came to see. Them there be hills lets everybody know because that's Australia talking, right? Bonavegas, Australia is saying very attacking subs without changing strikers. Very good information. See, that's what the family's about. When we do the Wrexham shows, that's what happens all the time. You bring information, I bring information, we share the throne, yeah? We're all one. Nobody's a number two, everybody's a number one. Beautiful ball inside. If he gets that, shoots on there, packs off. Oh, I tell you, gotta be. How the hell does he miss that? What a beautiful play. Tell you what, mate. Tell you what, mate. Kakatsi blows what should be a simple 1-0. Sliced wide open. Absolutely sliced wide open. Canada, the flick, the dummy, and that there is criminal. God's sakes, that's got to be 1-0. Look again. Beautiful flick, dummy, and then Kakati wide and over the top. What are you doing? Wow. Lucky. Kakati looks sick as a dog, and I can feel for him because, wow, that really should be 1-0. Carl Laren's down on the ground getting some attention. I think he might have hurt himself as he slid to do the block. And if you look in the crowd, you're a Canadian fan, you might recognize some of these fans in there because a lot of them are the Voyagers. I'm a Voyager member, and a lot of those guys are Voyagers. There's my man. I'm talking about him at halftime. Yeah, go back and check. Go back and check. But I said at halftime, watch along news at halftime for this one was Schafferberg, get him in. I hope Kyle Laren's going. Might Kyle Laren be going? I don't know, but you never know. You never know. A lot of talk going on the field there. Body language tells you a lot, guys. There's a lot of talk, but there wasn't a lot of talking going on, all right? You got five guys just staring at each other. Someone's got to take the initiative. Someone's really got to take the initiative. Looks like Ahmed's coming out, which to me, yeah, he's run his race. VA7SL and I were discussing that about 10 minutes ago, that, yeah, Ali's run his race. So, Jacob Schaffelberg, you got about a half an hour, 60 minutes, perfect. Jesse Marsh, applaud the coach, 60 minutes. Popovich too, just before. That's when you put subs in the game. Give a guy a chance of 5 minutes to get in the match, get warmed up, and then start plying his trade. Canada now, halfway in the Australian territory. Ball coming right to left. Cornelius now on the ball. Beautiful little ball out to Newman in the Gaffelberg. Back to Cornelius. Inside. Waterman taps off. Loads of room, time to think. Lots of time to think. Ball inside. Should be a free kick coming up. Referee says no. Referee says no. Dangerous time to take a free kick. Beautiful tackles going. High-flying stuff. I'll tell you what, for an international friendly match, the tackles are really close. These guys are giving you a proper, full international, not so friendly match, friendly style per se. It's physical. You can see a league game being this physical at times, yeah? So just saying, these guys are not pulling out. They're putting everything in there. That tackle comes in. See, there you go. There's another full putting it in there, attack on each other. It's physical out there. It's physical out there. Boss just got bossed, and you don't like it. 64 minutes in. Who's going to get it? Who's going to make the break in the game? Should be a card coming up for that. That is ridiculous. That really is ridiculous. If you don't give a card for that, my life, what you got to do to get yellow carded in this game? Handball coming up. Play on. Wow. Wow, we get away with a blatant handball there. Well, I'll tell you what, you've seen it all tonight, guys. This guy's rather different, but hey, still 0-0. Let's hope the guys deliver a punch in the game. We see a goal, ball over the top. That's where it needs to go. Jacob Schaffelberg now too far ahead. Nice idea. Izzo collects nice and easy on the inside of the box, but it should have been outside the box. Nice length, just not the right direction. It should have been down the line. VA7SL says ref forgot his card kit. Absolutely, mate. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe forgot some of the rules as well. It's very open, isn't it? Like I made that distinction about it's school kids soccer, because unless you take charge of the match, them kids are going to take charge of you. And this referee has not got control of this match. So initially, I said as well, if someone gets injured here, it's down to him having it so open. Who doesn't like an open game in a different sport like hockey? Yeah, smash the hell out of each other. That's what they like. Or at least when I watched it, when it was a real matchup of bullets and bang. Yeah. Anyway, Jacob Schaffelberg, nice early ball in. Get on the end of it. Nobody. Headed out. Cleared one more time. Going out for the throw. No, sir. Keeps it in. Brilliant play. Boss coming up with the ball, does a massive job, gets fouled out of play. Should be a free kick coming up and possible yellow card coming up. No free kick? Well, I've seen it all tonight, guys. This is absolutely school kid football, and you can do anything you want. Literally, use the body, baby. That's what this referee's saying. Use the body. Throw it out there. Stop. No. Keep it flowing. Keep it going. Absolutely. Wowza. Interesting. It doesn't hurt one team. It doesn't hurt either team. It just lets either teams go at it if they want to. But again, no space on the ball. No space on the ball. Going to hit one in the chat here, guys. Vitinho in goal. Then Debbie Hill says, a bit of context, Socceroos just dropped off the 24 rankings with Ecuador blasting past us. This puts us the third pot at World Cup. Therefore, we are pushing for results. Yes, you are. And like I say, wouldn't it be interesting to see where you end up in which group and what country? That's interesting too. These two guys going up against each other right now. Look, there's also a part of that video I'm going to release in 2 days that says where you're going to be at a World Cup. At a qualifying stage, 16, round of 16, quarterfinal, semi-final, what ranking you will have that puts you in that situation. Canada coming forward, it's very bumpy, no foul given there. Referee saying no penalty. Again, I said it before he even said no penalty because I knew he would say no. ball over the top, and it's into the crowd. I tell you, absolute chaos in front of the goal. Absolute chaos. It's absolutely amazing. It's disjointed bloody chaos, but somehow it's really entertaining, frustrating for both sets of fans. But check it all out. It is just the most chaotic scene at times, this match tonight. And it eventually goes out, and we get more joy out of this. I tell you. Yeah, but you know what? You'll have no trouble getting back to them there, be Hills. You'll have no trouble with results and getting in the rankings, man, because when you play a lot of the games in with your own region, you boss it all the time. So, no, I don't think you'll have any problems there. You are there where you are for a reason. And, like, look, this is a different CONCACAF is a different confederation to you, and we're like a couple behind you, per se, in rough motion, because it will change very soon. So this is a good eye-opener for everybody around the world to see what our confederations look like towards each other, because we're not too far away from each other in world rankings, but we don't play each other a lot. So this is a great eye-opener of the styles and the robustness of the Australian game and the skill set on it too, yeah. Tactically smart. Oh, by the way, that ball, anybody listening right now, if you're Australian, Tim Cahill, that's the guy that signed that ball. That's Tim Cahill's signature. Shuffleberg now crosses in, left side, nobody on the end. Crosses in the middle, it's loose. I tell you, blocked in front of net brilliantly. Should be 1-0, but another great defensive play in front of the Socceroo's net. Goes out for a corner. But yeah, that ball behind me, that is from Tim Cahill. He signed it. And it says, if you can zoom in on the ball, follow your dreams. He's onside on the play. Shuffleberg's onside. Cross comes in. Nobody in there. Well kept in. Comes back in and blocked. Ball on the edge of the box. Yes, Tim Cahill signed it. That's who I was talking about earlier. And you can see a boomerang in the background too. So we do have some mucho respeto. Lots of respect for the Socceroos, okay? We play fair here. Ball going out, leaving it, going out for a goal kick. A little bit of pressure there. 20 minutes to go. Let's see what happens. The game needs a goal. Needs a goal. But you'll have to see what happens in the next 20 minutes. Australia, though, has been a tough nut to crack. I said they would be, and they have been. And nobody should have ever thought it was going to be easy at all. Not at all. I mean, look, it's a quality national team, national program. They've been this way for many years. Great sprinting down the line. Well done, Toure. Keeps it in. Crosses early. Well played. Dangerous. Get on the end of that one. He does. There you go. 1-0. 1-0. Absolute defensive lapse. Irankunda on the end of it. Brilliant cross by Toure. If Toure doesn't win that ball doesn't come across. Everybody should be thanking Toure for that. Mammoth task down the line, wins the ball, thrashes the ball in. It should never have got there. How Croupeau lets that go across without going for it. And then at the end of it, you got to look at the massive, lax play. Watch this. Not that. This. He's on the ball, pissing around on the edge of his 6-yard box. You clear that ball. You're in danger. Don't take a touch. Sigar, 1-0. Irankunda gets on the end of it. Boom. You got to clear that ball. What are you doing? Big lesson learned, eh? Big lesson learned. 1-0 Australia. Well done, Australia. I'll tell you what, though. Toure getting on the end of it. Bing. What a massive play. They threatened all night long. Eventually, it's a mistake that makes it happen. I said at the start of the game, and I said at half time, it's either going to be a moment of quality or a massive error. Seagar just put Canada 1-0 down with a huge mistake. In that situation, you've only got one choice to make. Your back is to the opponent. Your face is to goal. Ultimately, you've only got one place to play. You don't know what's coming in. Boom. It's got to go out to touch. You've got to kick it out. It should be right now a corner kick to Australia, 0-0. Simple play. Shuffleberg, left side now. Back in towards them. Now we got a game. 18 minutes to go. 1-0. Australia on the road at Canada. Game is live. Now we come to life. Ball out of side. Right side now. Comes back inside. Bad play. One more time. Disjointed plays going nowhere right now. Australia back into possession. Ball going out for throw for Canada. Toure, though, again, massive play. Very, very inspirational to put Australia 1-0 on the board. That cross comes in. Wow. And how it came in. Thrashed it in. Canada caught cold? No. Seeger loitering in the goal mouth? Yes. Kicked the ball out. Big lesson learned. Big lesson learned. Punished. Toure going off. He's done his job. Well done to him. Well done to him. Ball long now, over the top. Canada looking to go long. Simplifying the play. Australia ball over the top, all the way back to Crepeau, going nowhere. Where do we go from here? Who's going to step up for Canada and get them back in the game? It's going to take a master task now. Someone's got to show a moment of absolute quality and major skill. This clutching and grabbing, it's not exactly what you say not seen all over the world. It is. But the level we've seen it tonight, it makes you wonder sometimes. It makes you wonder. Going into the chat, gotta say. Jeffrey Perrin says, Scrappy. Yes, he's right. Scrappy. Doesn't want, yes. Okay, come back down here, you. Yes, there we go. Paddy McComb, where's Daniel Jebison? I don't know where he is, mate, tell you the truth. It's kind of good question. Oh, good question. Them Derby Hills, absolute legend of the game. Scored Socceroo's first ever World Cup at the World Cup. Them Derby Hills, Duke is an absolute poacher, sort of like Stephen Fletcher. Oh, righty. Okay. Now, if you're saying like Stevie Fletcher, yeah, that's different class, isn't it? That's like legend status. Yeah. Absolutely. Take a look at Iran Kunde. He's living it up now. He's having a good time. He's laughing. But put that ball back there. You've seen the replay. That's how close Canada was to taking it. But that cross, look how it's whipped in. Crepeau can't get out to it, but commits to go wide. Should have stayed central, because a shot coming back like that at that slow speed, central is an easy gather for him. So he got sucked into the play going right, where he should have gone left. Easy said under the pressure. 15 minutes to go. Game open. 1-0. Australia on the road. 0 Australia on the road. Saputo Stadium, Montreal, Quebec. Free kick now. Edge of the box. Canada now. Dummy fakes. Ball comes in. Lovely delivery. Get on the end of it. Can't get on the end of it. Close to. Waterman was just about to bring it down, and it's taken out of his stride. Little deflection in for the corner. Crowd urging the team on. Corner coming in. Canada need a goal. And remember that FIFA rankings video I've got coming in 2 days' time. You need to watch it because it will explain a lot what's going to happen to Canada from now to December. Corner coming in. In it comes. Beautiful delivery. Get on the end of it. Punched out by Izzo. Well cleared. Iran Kunde fights the ball, gets the ball, goes past one, doesn't go past two. The ball is live. Still in possession. Australia on their own back line. Going down for the free kick. Nothing doing. Great play. Great battle going on. Ricky Larea battling away, and it's a throw into Australia. It's a little bit chippy now. A little bit chippy. Chippy Ricky getting in his face. Nothing comes of it. Both stand their ground. And rightfully so. Well acted out. Chippy getting under your skin like he does. And you know he does. And some people changes their game. Big man goes away. Doesn't care too much about it. He's walking tall. Philip Virgil Jenkinson, come on, you Socceroos, 1-0 up, and we go. Cheers, PJ in Sydney. I bet you're loving it now, son, aren't you? Hey, 1-0, eh? But remember, that goal was from a screw-up by Seeger that should have just put it into touch, kicked it out of play, and stopped pissing around with the ball. But no, he has to fanny around with that ball on his own 6-yard box, and guess who's walking off the field right now? Seeger. He can't be happy with his play, but hey, congratulations, mate. Down there in Sydney, Mr. Sydney, as I call you. And tell all your buddies, get on Ultimate Soccer Show from Australia. for the World Cup coming, because obviously I'm going to do your games too. But yes, a goal's a goal. Oh, yes, a goal's a goal. Feel it. PJ comes back with me and says, a goal's a goal. Yes, a goal is a goal. Indeed, it is a goal. Yes. Hey, what did you think about the referee tonight? Your opinion? Let's see what he says about that. We're live with Sydney, Australia. We're live with Vegas, Australia, and other places on Australia too. Come on, Australia. Ball coming through. Izzo gets on the end of it. Nice down. Come on, Canada. Let's go. Let's go. We got minutes on the clock, but there's still time. There's still time. Foot on the ball, down low. That's what we need to do. Stop getting panicked. Nice on the ball, back to flowing football. Don't give the hospital balls like that. People into space. Beautiful game. Game's alive. PJ says, goal's a goal. Fairly rubbish. Yeah, that ref is, fairly rubbish, isn't he? Hey, yes. Yes. Australia are on the edge of their own box. Ball wide. Cleared up to the middle. Comes back into play. Deep. It looks like it's going to be a throw, but it's kept out. Australia throw. Edge of their box. No handball. If the replay was trying to get that as a handball, then they've missed 1,000 handballs in this game, as far as I'm concerned. And it's a very open game. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Lewis Miller now. Number 3 on the ball. Big lad. That's why Ricky Larea probably didn't chip off too much, because he's quite a big lad. Mr. Miller down the line with the throw. Comes inside. Seems to be a bit of a push off the ball, but nothing doing. Referee says, play on. It's inside Scheffelberg now. Down the line with the ball. That's what you got to do. Run, run, run. Come on, my son. Get on the ball. Use the body. Well done. Well done. Ball inside now. Wrong play. Scheffelberg now in the corner on his own. 2 big guys. Got to be a throw in there. Just a throw in. Is it a throw in, referee? Oh, my life. It's absolutely a free kick. Whoa. You can hear the Canadian fans cheer. I'm joking, obviously. But the referee gives a free kick. Yeah, it probably was a free kick when you look at it. Yeah. But, oh, well. No problem. No problem. Chaunier now with the free kick. Gifted little guy. Let's see what he does with this one. Needs to come in just in front of the penalty spot and 6-yard line. That's too deep. Keeper's got it easy. Make life easy for the keeper. Put it in the 6-yard box. And that's just what he did. Unfortunately, too close to the keeper. Chippy Ricky now with the ball. Stalls. Foot on the ball. Game's stopped. Somebody's down. Referee's having a word. Was there a little bit of a bang-off in the middle of the box? Joel's coming out of it. Let's take a look at your replays, see if you pick anything up. Jeffrey Perrin, greeting Sydney from Ottawa. See, we love Australians out here, yeah? We're all fair. Then there be Hills. Vegas is a play on words. Actually, Bunbury. I live in the next shire. People are full of themselves, and they one-up themselves. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Bunbury. Beautiful. Beautiful. The next shire. Fantastic, mate. That's lovely. That is lovely. That totally is cool. That is cool. That is cool. Sweet, mate. Sweet. 8 to 9 minutes plus added time. Seeing what's going to happen next. So who wins this match? 1-0 is what it is. I said all I saw was 1 goal in this half. And the way the game was. The test for Australia is to keep the lead. They're capable. They've done it many times. The test now is, since the last 20 minutes, is for Canada to get that elusive goal that they've literally not been close to all night. You can go wide and you can go wide and you can keep going wide all night long. And if you don't get anything by going wide, just keep going wide and you won't get anything going wide all night long. Okay? Change up the play is what I'm saying, being a smart ass. We needed to come down the middle. You got big defenders on a big line. They're expecting the basic plays. They want you to go left, and right, east to west. Put the crosses in low so that they can set the defense up and play you into that situations where they're the strongest. The best way to take that out is ball in the middle and a give and go. Anytime you do a give and go, it strands that line on its feet. Metcalf has run his race. Boyle's coming in. Metcalf played a pretty top game, actually. He can be happy with himself. Boyle will have the last remainder 8 minutes plus added time to go. test for Australia to end this one and stay on top of the game and get a win on the run. And it's a test now for Canada to get back in the game. Referees dividing a few dissensions between Ricky Chippy Laraya and Iran Kunda. Again, all night long, it's been very tight. All night long, everybody's been on each other. There's been no real flow to this game that you could have enjoyed as a great flowing football match. It's been a battle of attrition, the one-on-ones, winning the second balls. Oh, I tell you, there was a little afters there. That's coming up. That's nasty. That's nasty. There's no need for that. No need for that at all from Miller. But it's been very tight. Either teams had no space. And that's what you get when you cancel each other out. Two teams that are very close to each other in the rankings. Two teams that were close to each other during the game. No team dominated either way. Both teams had moments of pressure. But initially, you thought there wouldn't be majorly a game of goals here. You were right. That one goal literally is a mistake. And I said it was going to be a mistake or a moment of brilliance. It was initially looking like a moment of brilliance, but it was in fact a mistake by Seeger, who should have just delivered the ball. Shuffleberg now, left side, trying to go past Boyle. Does go past Boyle, but he's run the ball out. Not happy with the referee there. Feels he was hard done to. Maybe he was. Doesn't seem like it. Again, though, that ball that came across and Seagar sits on it, you got to be kicking that out. You got to be clearing it one time for a throw-in or clearing it one time for a corner, but you have to clear that ball. That's such a dangerous moment of play to be dwindling on a ball. Make a mistake, you're getting scored on. That's exactly what happened. It's a junior mistake. You learn that in junior football, junior soccer. So it should never happen, but it did at the highest level. Kone now with the ball. He's had a good game tonight. Young Kone, he can be happy with himself. Win, lose, or draw. He's played a decent match. And hands up to Jesse Marsh for leaving him in there for confidence sakes, if anything, for that and self-esteem. Unfortunately, bad delivery again by JD. Jonathan David, last couple of games for Canada, has not been on his game. So there's a couple of guys still finding their feet before now and the World Cup. And they're going to have to hit form for that World Cup. It's all down to Jesse Marsh to guide this team through these friendlies into the new year and then pick a few wise guys or wise teams to play against where you're going to get some numbers, you're going to get some goals, get some games in for confidence. Australia now pouring down the left side. Iran Kunda goes past 3,000 players. Does he get the free kick? Looks like he does. And we have the typical strut of the referee with the arm at 45 degrees. And he raced his arse right off to get there, did our referee in yellow. Ding, 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 ding. Thrusts that arm in the air. So erect and proud. He's explaining to Iran Kunda, it just took me like 3 gallons of oxygen to get over here just to get you that ball. So be welcome. Popovich is having a word with the referee and the official. Iran Kunda's got the ball. Ball is live. Iran Kunda now delivers. Great ball. That's a great ball. Croupeau has to punch out as he does. Scrappy as it is. Tell you it was a fair measure of fouling going on. The ball's flowing. It's like all horses to the race pumps here. It's like, wow. Foul goes unnoticed there. John Waterman's fouled off the ball. Nothing was picked up. I tell you, ball over them. This should be 2-0. A terrible pass. That had to be 2-0 there. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Boss fails with the pass. That should have been a simple pass. Should have been 2-0. My. Australia, you could have been 2-0 up there. You know it. Unlucky. Canada coming back the other way. Are they going to score? Coming inside, coming outside, coming inside. Coming through the middle. Unfortunately, he will get there. What can he do? Cross comes back in. Keeper gets it. Beautiful. Izzo goes down, takes some time. Tick-tock, 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 goes the clock. Jacob Shuffleberg does a great race there. Most guys would have given that up, but not him. That's the kind of guy he is. Left side, Ginger Nut, Jacob Shuffleberg, Canada, on the ball right now. He doesn't give it up. He always races for play. Free kick, Canada. Sacrifice one of those guys at the back and put him in the middle, man. Deepen up the middle. Get some more bodies up front. You need to overload. Nice tackle there. One more time. Australia coming back the other way. Going left side. Irankunda, busybody all night long. Irankunda goes inside, cuts inside, comes inside. Lovely play wide. Does he get the one-time crossing? Yes, he does. Oh, I tell you what, could have been a better cross. It would have been 2-0. Two great moments in the last 60 seconds. Australia could have been 2 up. Canada's got to open up. Ball coming wide now. Jacob Shuffleberg, one wonderful take. Cuts inside again. Slows the play. Coney now looking for a target. Gets one. Tic-tac-toe. Ball inside. And it doesn't find its side. It's got to go wide. It does go wide. Cross comes in. Yes, it does. On the end of it, nobody can get on the end of it. One more time, Canada trying to break through. Lovely save. Eventually, Izzo takes his time. Defensively, Australia have been up to it man for man. They've done the one-on-ones. They've won the second balls, cleared the danger, and Izzo has been in positional perfection land all night long. Ball just comes right to him, standing in the right place all night long. Both teams have played a fair game. No one's had a bad play, apart from Seager, that we can say cost Canada the goal. It's obvious to see. It's obvious to say. Why would you sugarcoat it? He did the walk of shame, not me. Ball through now. Can he get somewhere? Doesn't get somewhere. Put it in, son. And a great save. I tell you what. Shuffleberg had it on his toes there. He should have just blasted it down low. He tries to place it. Wrong move. He should have blasted through. Down low. The momentum says blast through there. He's on the momentum to blast through. Bang. He tried to place it. Take the momentum of the ball. Half the net was open. Great save by Izzo. But hey, corner coming up. Game closing down beautifully. Shuffleberg does very well to keep possession. Chippy Ricky just got lashed out and hit. He's not happy, but he plays on, keeps the ball. Oh, he gets hit again. I tell you what, referee needs to have a word. Referee needs to have a word. Yeah, Chippy Ricky's really got it all livened up now. Even Krupo's in there calming it down. Everybody's having a piece of Ricky. Is he going to explode? Well, there you go. Chippy's in the book. The game goes on. 5 minutes added time when the referee's whistle goes. So when it goes to 95, there's still going to be time. It's just whatever the referee has on a whistle. Ball coming in now. Chournier in swinging. Too late. Set it up again. They're not ready. Now go. Here we go. In swinger. Beautiful ball. That's a great ball. Get it in there. Well saved by Izzo one more time. Nice ball. Nice delivery. Nice save. Nice play. All nice. But no goal. No coconut. Still 1-0. 4 minutes to go, or maybe more. Blatant foul ignored one more time. Oh, no, it's not this time. He's actually got... Oh, I tell you what, it's really getting chippy. Oh, what are they doing on TV? Highlights are not required right now. Again, that replay, looking at the replay on TV, Shuffleberg should have put that away, but not to the right side of the keeper, to the left side. So, yes, there's a fracas on the field. Things are getting exciting. I did say this could get hot, and it has. But Irankunda should take some blame for that. And so should Waterman. There's two guys there straight away looking back at it. And I like Irankunda's, what the F is wrong with you, is what he said to Waterman. Absolutely hilarious. I don't point the finger at Irankunda. No. It's just the actions that they both jousted with each other warrants the yellow card. That's it. Handbags, yeah. Throw in handbags. But again, Jeffrey Perrin, I agree with you. Shouldn't be taking chances like that. No. Absolutely. Irankunda's run his race. Azani's on. And he's been very effective, though. Irankunda was very effective all night long. Never stopped working. Canada got seconds on the clock to get something happening here. Are they going to get that elusive goal? Haven't really threatened the net all night long. It's been close. It's been close. And it's been nice close and nice handling for the keeper at nice heights and nice speeds. No venom. But it's been nice. In can go Canada now tightly. Another big stop out for the corner. I tell you what, it was getting close. Getting close. Watch again closely. Great fake shot coming in. Nice save. Corner coming in. Going down to the wire now. Canada fans urging for a goal. Ball comes in. Nice corner. That's where it needs to be. It's up in the air. There's a battle for the ball. Where's it going to land? Comes free. Red feet cuts back in. Keeper's getting it too. Come on. Get it in. Nearly off the post and in there. It's still alive. Short in the air now. Right side. Passes off. Cross that ball in. Coming in. Ball comes in. It's lively, lively, lively. Edge of the box. Australia clear. Not that far. Edge of the box. Seconds on the clock. There's a fight for the ball, a real fight for the ball. Chippy Ricky comes up with it, loses it though. There's going to be a kickoff match here. Ball over the top. He's through and onside. Through and onside. Keeper comes up with it. Great play by Croupeau. He's through and onside. If he gets a touch on that, he's round Maxime. Ball goes back, long ball. Hail Mary in front of the box. Izzo collects, lets it drop, takes a second, calms it down. Great action. Very close. Literally off the post. Headed. Doink. Off the post. Could have been so close. And it looks like we have someone that's really vitamin D deficient in the crowd. No shirt on. I'm sure you'll see what I'm saying. You Aussies will get a fun laugh out of that because you get plenty of sun. I know it's wintertime. Or you're coming out of wintertime right now. I think you're going into summer soon. It's chilly. Oh, it's getting warmer though, isn't it? Anyway, seconds on the clock. 5 minutes are up. Whatever the referee, the man in yellow, has got on the clock is going to do it. Ball over the top. Repelled one more time by Australia. Socceroo's keeping it out. Letting you have the ball where it doesn't matter. Ball comes inside now. One more time. Jonathan David has it. What can he do? Tries to do something. Cross comes in. Headed over the bar. We will have a corner. Is there enough time? But does the referee blow the clock? Australia saying, come on, blow the clock. It's done already. If I was Canada, it would be ball straight in the box. I wouldn't mess around with the short ball, but they do. In comes the ball over the top. Again, it's going out. Should be a corner. Game over. There you go. 1-0 Australia. Hey, congratulations, Australia. Derby Hills, Popovich successfully won the Asian Champions League with Western Sydney. Yes, but didn't win a grand final in A-League. Was in 5. Yes, it's funny how cup competitions and finals way up. There's a lot of managers that great at finish second. There's a few that spring to my mind, but there's quite a few managers that spring to second. But there you go, guys. We've won the race, and we've run the race. Ture and Irakwa just outside each other, having a good time. And I got to tell you, Izzo in net played great. Hadn't got a problem all night long. We're into the post-game show right now, guys. But Izzo in net was playing great all night long. Everything that he was given, he didn't really have to trouble for. He wasn't tested too much. Couldn't say anybody on the Socceroo team played anything but, say, a 7 out of 10 right across the team. Nobody really put a foot wrong. It was a great road game. Going back into the next game against the USA, I believe. I think USA will be looking at this thinking that they're going to be in a deep match. Yes, they will. Absolutely. Irrelevant of what the USA's form is right now. Australia coming up for them next, like I believe. That's going to be a tough number to go against too. So, for Australia and their travel up north hemispheric from southern hemispheric, I think they'll be quite happy with that one. I think they really will. Irankunda had a great race. Toure, for the only goal of the game, talking post-game style, battle of attrition. This whole match was a battle of attrition with skill on the edge of things. Lots of chippiness, but it didn't overflow too much. It boiled over a couple of times where the referee had to stop the game and sort people out and brandish a couple of the yellow cards on a couple of different occasions. It got quite chippy, and obviously because both teams wanted to win this match, yeah? You're that close in the FIFA rankings in the world. Each team wanted to prove each other and what they've got. On the night, bragging rights because going to Australia, the Socceroos win 1-0. But you got to say, had it not been for the mistake of Seeger dwindling on the ball in his own 6-yard box instead of kicking it out for a corner, the simple play, or kicking it out for a throw-in on the far side, he dwindled on the ball, took a touch, and then Irankunda nipped in and took the ball into the back of the net. Don't blame Kripo in net. It should have been a simple play by Seeger to kick it out into play for a corner or out for the throw. Moments later, Jesse Marsh subbed Seeger out. That should make you realize how massive a mistake it really was. Otherwise, it would have finished 0-0. Looking at the stats, we're going to take a look at the stats pretty soon. Just going to refresh this up and give you the numbers as we got them right now. There we go. Go Canadian stats first, but you got to say, don't blame Kripo on the goal. Overall, the 90 minutes plus 5 was a battle of attrition. Wasn't the prettiest match to watch at all. In fact, it wasn't a great match to watch at all, period. It needed some spark, and the only spark it got was at 70 minutes when the goal went in. Prior to that, there was lots of close forays, but nothing really to get the crowd off their feet or to excite fans in Australia that were listening on Ultimate Soccer, or fans in Canada listening to Ultimate Soccer, or even for that matter, in Saputo Stadium, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. They didn't get the chance to get off their feet either. I don't think Jesse Marsh got the tactics completely wrong, but I don't think he got the tactics completely right. And I don't think he got the selection correct for this match too. I would have gone with other personnel. We can get into that on another day. But for the match itself, match of attrition, game of attrition, Canada came up short only because it was a mistake. One simple mistake. And at this level, you get punished for one little mistake. Seeger will want to relive that moment again and again, and he'll do it 1,000 times tonight and through his sleepless night tonight, getting ready for the next match. But I guarantee you one thing, 1,000 times over, he will be kicking that ball out for a corner every time. And when they do the video after this match, they will go over this. He will know that's coming. You analyze everything after the match. The video gives you the plan, how you move forward, of what you did well and what you did exceptionally well and what you didn't do so well at all. It exposes everything. So they will go through it. Looking at the stats, before we do that, go back into chat because that's what's all big and important. There you go. Jeffrey Perrin says, can't make mistakes with the Australians, period. I think that says it all. Jeffrey Perrin, absolutely. I think that says it all. You can't make mistakes with the Australians, period. That's it. They've shown that in big competition. They've shown that that's their ID all the way through for years. You've watched the Australians, the Socceroos. They don't go down easy, do they? And they've surprised and shocked. No, they haven't shocked. They've just brought their level. It's been underestimated, perhaps, by many people, and they've been rated as an underdog certain times in big competition, which was wrongly poised. And let's face it, just like the English national team with the golden era, where they all failed and won nothing. Australia, likewise, they've won quite a bit in their region. So they're winners, and they have a level. And World Cups have shown their level too, and they showed their level tonight. So just saying what it is, massive, massive, massive. But yeah, can't make mistakes with the Australians. That's a great point, Jeffrey Perrin. Then Debbie Hill says, good coverage, Steve. Thanks, mate. Hey, thanks to you too. I'm going to go straight to the stats right now. Stats were massive. Stats were massive. I'm going to refresh this again so I know that I've got the numbers. So it says, yes, it does say that. Right, I'm quite surprised here. You'll be surprised too. Shots on the board, 17 for Canada, 8 on target. 5 Australia, 1. Uno, eins, 1 on target. 1 on target. Yeah. I wonder which one that was, Mr. Seago. Possession, 60-40 in favour of... Was Mr. Seago. Possession, 60-40 in favour of Canada. Passes, 496 Canada, 329 Australia. Pass accuracy, 83% and 80% in favour of Canada. Again, in this battle of attrition, it was great to have those high numbers in your passing because it was so frantic on the ball where you had no time. And every time you looked for a passing lane to pass to your target player to give the pass direct on and then to move into space, it was automatically getting blocked up. It was literally door open, door shut with passing lanes all night long for both teams. And that's why it was so scrappy with the play. But give them credit. Although they had no time, especially Rolls, Australia, for the first, I think, 80 minutes, he had no time on the ball when he was getting past what I call hospital balls, where the ball comes to you and you got an opponent on you now who's ready to break your ankle kind of thing. You know, he's like, bang. And Rolls, he was getting short for time and sold short for time so often. It was criminal. I felt sorry for him. You know, it's like, go pass this guy a ball when he's in space, would you please? Give him something easy to do. You're right now, you're trying to get the guy killed. It's quite funny. And don't forget, Canada had a really fast-moving press all the way through. So it was a case of, it was an interesting analogy about Rolsey, though, I tell you. He had a tough but great game tonight. On the fouls, I'll tell you what, there's a Dirty Bastards club in the gang tonight. I'll let you figure out who the Dirty Bastards are. Right, okay. Canada fouls 7. Socceroos 18. Yeah. Bad, eh? Yellow cards, 2-2, so both sets of fans get to see 2 cards on both sets of teams, and that's all even Stevens. Offsides, 1-0 for Canada, nothing for Australia, and 8 corners to 1 in favour of Canada over the Socceroos. Again, not the most attractive football team to watch tonight, either sets of teams. Not the best game. I'm not blaming the referee totally for everything, not at all. We could have done with a real strong ref, and it would have made this a much more homogenized style game. You know, more the generic flow, but a lot more rigid, but a lot more open. This was because of the ill discipline allowed during the game. I did say it was going to kick off and get fire, and eventually it did kick off before halftime, and it kicked off towards the end of halftime. Second half it kicked off, and then it really kicked off again later in the second half. A top-line referee would not have allowed this to happen. After the first kickoff, he would have stamped his authority on the match. The way this man was not dishing out the cards led me to believe he didn't want to dish out cards. And why would you not dish out cards? I mean, Stan Ashton designed these in 1965. And what he came across was a set of traffic lights that gave him the idea about the yellow and the red card. Jeff Ashton. Look him up. Jeff Ashton. And he was the man that brought the yellow cards and the red card system into play. Now, with that said, with tonight's referee not bringing out the cards, it led people to act out and get too vocal and then too out of character and too malicious with things, and the pushes from behind and making a back for people when, remember, I believe it was Waterman went up in the air and came back on his side and he was down for a couple of minutes, winded. Those little things come into the game when the players know the referee's not in control. When the referee then takes control of the game, it's a different story, and they back off from those antics that can lead to people getting injured or the game becoming what it was tonight. Nothing for the spectator at all. That was not a spectacle for all these fans to go home and say, I'm glad I came and watched this. A lot of people watched it because that's what we do. But this wasn't the game that's going to captivate your memory long term. You'll remember the scoreline. You won't remember too much else. You might remember that it got a little bit fiery, but you will remember it was a beautiful scene at SOCCEROO Stadium. Yeah? There in Quebec, Montreal, Quebec. Beautiful scene, lovely stadium and great scenes, but you won't remember the match. That's the point. And if we had had a big ref, it would have been disciplined play. It would have been more expansive plays. everybody would relate to where the line was, and those small fouls that led to stupidity fouls that weren't cautioned later in the match wouldn't have happened. So basically, I'm saying, in my humble opinion, he didn't lose complete control of this match, but he lost the respect of the players in the match. And that's why he lost control, in my opinion, of major important phases of the match itself. That's why we ended up with what we did. At the end of it, though, give Australia full credit. There were some heroics. Izzo in net wasn't the major hero for a lot of the time during the match. But later, after Australia took the lead, he became the big door in front of the net that wasn't going to let anything come past. Just when you thought, when Canada was getting close and got into the game and got interested, he was there again and again and again. Or it was a defending block just before it got through to him. So big up for the defence. 18 shots rained in on Australia's net tonight. 8 were on target. You must be doing something good to keep it out, right? Canada, don't be down. Go to that FIFA video that's already been produced, and it will show you where Canada will be come December in the rankings. The same may apply for you Australian fans within that video. You should check it out. What does apply in that video is where rankings go after moments exactly like this match. 1 down for Canada, 1 down for Australia. Australia's got USA next. 3 more games coming up for Canada. Find out how many points that game is worth tonight in that video. Find out how many points the next 3 matches are for Canada in that video I'm going to release. You'll be very interested. But one thing you got to remember, you got to go right from start to finish. You've got to start to finish that 30-minute video. It shows you graph style. I'm there in the background. DJ's in the background. And it'll teach you spot on about FIFA rankings. Because I'll tell you now, there's one guy I know on this planet that does FIFA rankings like I know it should be, and it's DJ Knox. It's flawless. It's easy to take on board, but it's so informative. And after you see this video coming, you'll understand rankings so much better. You'll just be in the right place. But like I say, for tonight's game, Izzo comes into heroics towards the end of the game. You have to say the goal goes in Irankunda on 71 after a mistake by Seager, but after a great cross from Toure, number 9, that really was battling for a ball that most would have given up, but he battles, gets to the corner line, and thrashes that cross in at blitzing pace. And Irankunda wouldn't have got on the end of it unless someone was pissing around with the ball in his own 6-yard box instead of kicking it out straight away. And sadly enough, I love the guy. Seager normally plays a massive game, but he made a massive boo-boo. Jesse Marfs, the coach, seconds later went, "You're out of here." When you get pulled that quick after a mistake like that, it's sending a message. Just saying. No, it's not just a tactical message to get someone else in to change the flow of the game. It's sending a message to Seager as well. He could have pulled somebody else. So punishment already dished out. Look for Seager to possibly play the next game. I would play him the next game. It's a great mistake to make now. It's not in competition. It's not, say, in a World Cup game in the group phase. It's now. If you're going to make mistakes, this is the time. This is a forgiving phase because, like I say, that video will tell you how many points this game was worth tonight. And when you know how many points this game was worth tonight for FIFA rankings, just this game, you'll understand everything so much better and you won't feel bad about this loss because you'll know how many points this match was worth. And you're only going to get that in that video. Now, if I haven't teased you enough with that line, nothing else will. 2 days it's coming to you, believe you me. And after that, in 2 days, there's another watch along. Yes, Colombia. Yes, we're going to see Colombia taking on Canada. And that's Harrison, New Jersey. And I tell you, we'll see what happens then. We've learned a lot from this. We've learned a lot from this. This was a great game to lose. Australia gave us a lot of things to think about. We couldn't go round. We couldn't get past them easily. Most teams we played recently, we've got round them. We've had them. This wasn't the team. This wasn't the game. There was a lot of great problems for Jesse Marsh now to readdress in the video and set up for the next match. He's got 4 days to get ready, plenty of time for rest, plenty of time to go. They've been beaten. Nobody likes to lose. Next game's even tougher. Even tougher. Yeah? So, I'll check out. Yes, you should be. You should be. Then there'll be FOTMOB, Asmo, man of the match rating, 8.7. Yeah. Absolutely. Mr. Darren, they defended well. Absolutely. Like I say, the last, it's not that Canada played a bad game. Both teams were equal to each other throughout the game. Both teams had moments, and both teams defended pretty much, safely all the way through. I was impressed with the aerial game in front of Izu. Everything came in. You repelled it pretty well, either left out of the box and well out of the box, or it went over the box. So defending the ball in the aerial game, supreme in defense Australia tonight. You can say the same about Canada as well. So defending was great all night long. No doubt about it. Midfield, it all got clogged up. And because of the frenetic hunting in packs in midfield, no time, not a pretty game, but bloody hell, were they able to get the ball in and out of each other quickly in intricate little places without getting clogged up and making it look really bad? Great on that side of the game. So a massive pressure cooker, not pretty. Sometimes you've got to play those ugly games. And this was one of them ugly games, if you want to have it in a Puritan sense, because it wasn't flowing. It wasn't beautiful wing play. It wasn't lashing shots from 30 yards. It wasn't magnificent one-hand saves over the bar with just the fingertips pushing it around. It wasn't magnificent one-hand saves over the bar with just the fingertips pushing it around. It was none of that. It was a grey tin of paint. It was a boring style match, and we made the best out of that. It was a battle of attrition. End of. That's what it was. Skill sets were there, but nobody really burned the keeper's fingers until the last 10 minutes when Izzo was under fire from what should have been the same style of threat throughout the game. Why it didn't happen? Think about the guys that went out of the game that weakened both teams per se over time. And that's probably the best answer I'll give you on that one. Looking at the chat as we do. Them There Be Hills says, as World Cup host, you're in the first pot for the draw. That's right. That's right. And this sounds so bad, but that video, that is going to address that too. What it will show you is where Canada is now for our ranking, where we're going to possibly have them after, say, put it this way, there's four games for Canada. Canada 5 points to be had, 0 points or 12 points, and anything in between. It gives a percentage ratage of the points that we can gather. Right now, we're sitting on 0 points. Sorry, 0 points. Got it put the right side. We're on 0 points after one game, so no points, 0% there, right? That's the worst possible outcome. 12 points for 4 wins over here would be your best possible outcome. It shows you all the stats and all the hypotheses for that too, and other things as well. So get into that video in 2 days. For FIFA rankings, it works for any team. If I talk about Canada, just imagine I'm talking about Australia. Or if DJ talks about Canada in that video, just imagine we're highlighting Australia. If you're French, just imagine it's France. The same that we say about Canada applies to any team, especially how they can move and what the points mean. So get ready for that. Get ready for that. Mr. Darin says Canada owned the field, hands down. Yes, owned the field, but what you do with the ball? We didn't pressure the ball enough. It really didn't go to the zones where we wanted it to go. And when it did, let's face it, Izzo and the crew were there to mop up and clean up. We went wide too often. We became too predictable. We normally play a little bit of a different, varied approach up front. It was all wide side stuff. And I think that had we have gone through the middle a little bit more, we may well have given the Roos a little bit more trouble in front of goal. We didn't tickle them too much. We made it very easy to manage. We didn't get a goal on target. 8 shots there. Yes, you could say a few were blocks, and maybe we got a little bit lucky with a few of those shots that were blocked. But I think you make your own luck in defence, and that's what Australia did. They made their own luck. And absolutely, you think they made their own luck too? Because Cabby's coming on, and he always comes on to say something at the end. Did they make their own luck? You said it. Okay. He's coming in for a little treat. Yep, we're going to put you in the right place. We'll put you in the right place. Don't you worry. Oh, yeah. Okay, come for your treat. You won't get a yellow card if you go over there. There you go. But you got to move your bum that way. There you go. Thank you. He's very cordial. For a cat, he's really cordial, Mr. Cabby. Back into the chat. Back into the chat. Virgil Jenkins. Sorry, Philip Virgil. Sorry, I've got to go back up. You guys are coming in quick. Hello. Back it up, Stevie. Back to there. Mr. Derry, yes, Canada owned the field and hands down. Didn't make the ball play. 8 shots on target. I was going to say all the shots, all the saves. It was really well done for the Australian defence. And like I say, the ball pressured, but it didn't go where it should have gone. And sometimes when the final pass was needed in the right place, there was always someone there to block it. What I'm saying in a nutshell, 2 teams negated each other in some ways, but sometimes when a team is better than your team, well, they do block them blocks, and they do make them saves, and they do make them passes, and they do get on the mistakes you make and score a goal on you. Better teams muscle you out of the game over 90 plus. That's another approach you can go with this game. It wasn't that either team dominated each other totally, but the better team won at the end of the night. And I think you have to sometimes go with that. And it's a great loss for Canada to take because you're losing against a really big team. Don't you think, Cabby? Yeah? He says so too. And he doesn't say kiss my ass like he was doing with the camera. Yes, that's right. But better teams win on the day. And that's what I'm saying. Going back into the chats. Solid coverage as always. See you in a few days, Stevie. Thank you. In rhythm, my brother. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Going in the chat, Philip Virgil Jenkinson. A hard equals 4 win. Yeah, no doubt about it. Battle of attrition. None of these players are going to go out of this field tonight and say, I didn't put it in. All the players put the efforts in. This was more than your international friendly. International friendlies can sometimes be too nice. Well, this wasn't too nice. This had some spirit to it. And I think that's what made this game what it is. What we really wanted was a referee with the same spirit to go along with us. Then we would have had more magic in this game. I believe with a real good referee, if you had a guy like, let's say, go back in history. Let's go back in history. The best referees in history. Man, oh man. What's the guy with the big eyes? Big eyes referee, bald head. Oh, Italian guy. You know what I'm talking about. If we'd had him in this game tonight, man, oh man, oh man. Guys would have been so scared to do the wrong thing. They'd have just done the right thing all night, and we'd have had an electric game. It probably would have been like 3-2. Yeah? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Back into the chat. Philip Virgil Jackson says, love your work, Stevie. PJ, thank you, my brother. Jeffrey Perrin, need more ball control. Yes. More ball control. Foot on the ball, look around quickly, spin off and go. Decisive little moments in the game are done with your little toe. You flick the ball off at the right time. You kill a defender for dead and you're into the space. The ball comes back and you're through. That's what failed tonight. And we've seen that happen against lesser teams. So again, we've got to spin back to you're playing a high-quality club in Team SOCCEROO. They got great defending throughout the team, not just the back line and the keeper. And they made it damn hard on us to get through. That's what they do. That's why they got that reputation. And they're handy with the ball. And over time, when they've played against massively big opponents like themselves, they don't batter you 5 or 6 or 7-0. They'll come away with a 1-0 or a 2-1. But it's a battle of attrition and skill. They wear you down. And that's what they did here. And you can see that time and time again over the decades. That's what they're good at. That's what they do. And don't forget, they have this national pride and inner we are that just gets them further down the line. Back into the chat, guys. Back into the chat. We're in the post-game. Canada loses 1-0 on the night, but both teams played a spirited battle of attrition. And on the night, it's a 1-0 for Australia. Iranganda gets the goal, but it's a big mistake by Seager right at the back post. Don't dilly-dally. Don't be Sally. Get the ball out without doubt. Mr. Darren says, I'd say Buchanan was Canada's top guy. Without doubt, man. Without doubt. Absolutely on the ball. Absolutely on the ball. I was very impressed with Tajon tonight, the way he was coming back and helping out and looking like the experienced leader. I think he's a guy, if you gave him the armband, you'd turn him into a bigger national player. I think that's what it is. He's a big, big player now. Remember, like, just on the edge of qualifying, do you remember that goal that Tajon scored when he nicked the ball and it was going out of play, and he cuts back inside, and I think it was Panama, I think the 4-1 game in qualifying. And about that era, Tajon was still like the young kid of the team, still raw, not really silky like he is now, not tough. But he's got all those attributes now, so he's like a big player. He did a lot of work in regions where he didn't need to. He was helping out a lot of the time. He showed leadership. He showed he's become literally irreplaceable to this team. And in the future, I think you have to think about, is he a captain's choice? Because I really do think he is. I'm going to throw you for a curve here as well. Alphonso Davies. Do we need him when he comes back? Does he walk straight back into this team? Does he have the right to just walk back into this team? Get out of here, little fly. Alphonso Davies. Not Davis. Davies. Just leave you with that one. Back into the chat. Into the chat. Grant Graham. Just one more time. Sorry, seconds. Just a second. You go down there. There's a switch. Back into chat. Grant Graham. We frustrate teams and nick a goal. Rarely a big win. Nesta is very fast and hard. Hopefully he'll shine in the World Cup. This might move us into 24th in the rankings, puts us in a better place. I think it will, yeah. I mean, from this point out, your next game, just get a draw and you'll be fine. You got to stay there, Cabby. You got to stay. No. You got to stay. I'll give you the yellow card, buddy. I'm keeping the yellow card behind. I'm being an idiot referee like that one we just had. I won't use the cards. But yeah, no, absolutely. 24, I can see you going there. Oh, he thinks he's been sent off. I didn't give you the red card, mate. But yeah, 24th in the world. I can see it happening. Let's face it. You're assured of good results with the teams coming your way moving forward. And you very rarely put a foot wrong. Look, last 11 games, 8 wins, 3 draws. That's pretty decent. Yes, you're going to lose eventually, and preferably before you get to the World Cup, yeah? And not a group game. That wouldn't be good for business. But Popovic has got you in the right direction. He's an eagle. He's flying high. Obviously, he's a SOCCEROO, and he's doing bloody good for you. So, yeah, 24, I think you get there. Craig, the Gecko Man. Hey, Craig, the Gecko Man. How you doing, brother? Popovic is doing great with SOCCEROO's 8 wins, 3 draws. Hey, there you go. He just says it with me. Craig, the Gecko Man, and Stevie are absolutely guys with great brains. We think the same thing. Bloody hell, mate. I tell you. Them there be Hill says, was it Parky Ball 5-4-1 by Popovic? Hey, you know what? It looked very similar to Parky Ball, didn't it? Eh? It looked very similar, but it's very safe. Look how strong they were in defense. I told you, or I said one time in the watch long, look at that back line. And there were 6 at one of those moments. Because your 5-4-1 drifted into your 5, which was then going into your 6, and then it was a 4. It was a 6 and 4 for the 5-4-1 on the free kick. Defensively, overloaded all night long, but you got no space. You're not going to win that first ball. And chances you might not get a chance on the second ball. Chances you're not going to get any of the duels because you got no room. And literally, they got packed out of place. Great defending. I just applaud the defending. Wrexham do that all the time. We do Wrexham watch-alongs here, by the way, guys. If you want to get on the Wrexham and get a watch-along similar to that, maybe a bit more piss and vinegar because club football is more lively, yeah? And we got more life with it. But if you want to get into a Wrexham watch-along anytime, remember, coming up next, we've got the Columbia watch-along as well. So, yeah, get in here and love it. But back into it. Yes, 8 wins and 3 draws. Craig the Gecko Man, absolutely right. And yeah, Parky Ball. Yes, Mr. That was Parky Ball. Definitely was there, then B Hills. Mr. Darren says Alfonso Bombito will start when they come back. Moyes Bombito. I am a big fan of Moyes. He is so concrete safe. You're not getting past him. And if you do, he's still going to get you. He's a class above your average central defender, number one. But it's his mentality. He knows who he is. He's got this winner ability, and he's just waiting to win something big. Gold Cup should have been the first choice. Canadian Shield was the little choice, so he's got a trophy already. But in seriousness, he's the kind of player that's waiting to win something big. He's that good. He's got that class. So it can be that when he goes into his club, and plays the big competitions, yada, yada, whichever that one may be over the years as he's still progressing through the games and through the teams, he may well end up with a team where he starts to win big trophies. Let's hope that happens, yeah. But with Canada, hey, go to that video. It'll tell you pretty much where Canada's going to end up because of the rankings. I'm not kidding you. 2 days, you'll see it. Back into the chat. I'm going to read. Oh, yeah, Alfonso. The point is Alfonso drifts straight back in. On quality, yeah, for sure. But if he does the job he's designed for, if he starts to play out of his position, that just pulls everybody else out of position because they compensate for him. So if he's disciplined in what he does, yeah. I argue the point that I feel sometimes he's more of a threat further down the field. I think, yes, you can line him up in your defensive line, wing backing, yada, yada. But I really feel he's better off if he was a left side, or for that matter, a right side midfield, and he was allowed the freedom of the wing, or freedom of the wing and then to cut inside. Advantage being, if you put him on the left wing as a left-sided midfielder that has the job to get back and help the defense, but also to penetrate down the wing, get the crosses in, or to assist on tic-tac-toes, creating something through the middle in literally short spaces, I'm for that. The advantage is this, and it applies to both sides. If you got him on the left wing, he can go down with his speed and surely get that cross in and lightning speed too. The other ability that he has, which is more what I would say appealing, is he can thrust down the wing and then at blitzing speed, without even giving it a shadow of thought, cut inside immediately, get onto his right side, which is his stronger foot. And as the further he comes across the field, the goal goes like this. The goal gets bigger. And he can use that right foot to cannon shots in. Vice versa, he can cut in from the left and do the same with his right foot for a curling shot to the outside. So he would have more strings to his bow, simpler plays, because the reason why I say this is if you've analyzed Alfonso's plays, not for Bayern Munich, but for Canada, he turns into some player that he's not allowed to be at Bayern Munich, because he doesn't have that freedom to do whatever he wants. In Canada, when he plays, it seems that it's Roy of the Rovers style Alphonso Davies, whereby he can do what the hell he likes. That doesn't help a team all the time. He needs to play a role and be disciplined with it. So again, if he wants to stay up front playing forward-flowing football for Canada, he can't be a wing-back. He has to be a midfielder or on the front line. If he wants to be that guy and he's got that speed and the attributes, he has to go there. But look closely at his game. The goal he scored that I described about 20 minutes ago against Panama, 4-1, those are one-in-a-lifetime goals. So never get sucked into what he did there for that to be the everyday, because it's never happened again like that. And I remember singing the song when he scored it. The ball's going out of play. And it's like, Alfonso, woo, Alfonso, woo. He keeps the ball in play, destroys Panama's day. Alfonso, woo. That song I was singing the night he did it. And I still remember the match. And it was a moment of brilliance. The way he tic-tac-toe, danced around the defender, skinned the defense, came inside and got a low shot inside the post to score the goal. Brilliance, yes. Fortune of luck in there too, absolutely. But those moments are rare. So again, I say simply, if he wants to be a forward-flowing, attacking guy, he can't be a defender because it just leaves holes at the back at the highest level. And at the World Cup, we found that out. Also at the World Cup, you found something else out about Alfonso again, taking penalties. Go back and look at the stats. Your penalty taker should be a regular penalty taker and always a forward, in my opinion. They're the guys that score the goals. Let them take it. Or unless you've got some genius playmaker in the middle of midfield that has the skill, the touch, and knows where the keeper's diving even before the keeper knows. Yeah? Just saying. Just saying. Back into the chats. Just going to check everybody that we got everybody through, because that's what a host should do. Free Puck Show. Boy up, Deuce B. Bivvy up. Hold on, let me get that. There we go. In rhythm, he's gone right. Guy, have yourself a good time. Lance Wildwood, VA7SL, Bahum Batia. Good points, my friend. In rhythm, he's gone right. Guy, have yourself a good time. Lance Wildwood, VA7SL, Bahum Batia, good points, my friend. In rhythm, you too. Jeffrey Perrin, big time, big time, big time. Going down, I can't forget anybody. Yes, there we go. John Bastow, big up to you, my friend. JGS 2207 in Queensland, love it. Give me a second here, guys. Then there be Hills. Gord, got you in there, matey. Vitinho. And he's shouting, goal. Must be a big Australian fan. All the way down. Philip, Virgil Jenkinson in there as well. Coming all the way down. What's that one say? Mr. Daring, gotcha. Couldn't miss out. There we go. Hello, what was that one there? Yes, Grant Graham, got you as well, my friend. Craig, the Gecko Man, got you in there too. There's a lot of people in there. I tell you, thank you everybody for getting in here. It was a lot of fun, a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Australia fans, win that one. Go for your next one. Should be a nice time for you. I thank you so much. Remember, like the video. It helps us get noticed. And World Cup's coming. I'll be doing more games. The microphone thing, no idea what was going on, but most people got it okay. And I checked the boards, and it's flowing. We're bouncing. And obviously, people were not saying anything for a long time, so it was going good. So for those that had a problem with a audio situation, do apologize, but it didn't seem to be us. Just saying. Just saying. But anyway, win for Australia. Loss for Canada. Canada now get ready for the next game. It's going to be interesting. Can they make it happen in the next game? I'm going to give you some details on that one, Canada fans, just before we get out of here. But, yeah, October the 14th, Colombia taking on Canada, coming from Harrison, New Jersey, Sports Illustrated Stadium. I'm expecting Colombia to put out a big team. Why would they not? Why would they not? They have to make points. This game on the points factor is explained in that video. Just to rub it is explained in that video. Just to rub it in one more time, coming in 2 days' time. The FIFA ranking video explaining everything you want to know of how it works. Colombia are very good to us to come and play for those amount of points. And Canada will want to get those amount of points back that they just lost against the SOCCEROOs. Because the SOCCEROOs are walking out of here with more points than Canada tonight. And Canada need to get some of them points back to stay where they are in the rankings. It's all explained in that video in 2 days' time. You're going to get it. But for now, I want to thank all of you because it was a blast. I enjoyed the game. It really turned out pretty much what I thought it was going to be, you know. I didn't think we were going to get a goal fest. I didn't think we were going to get a referee that didn't know the game. I didn't think we were going to get any of that. I thought we were going to get a tough battle of attrition where you saw spirit from both teams. Lovely spirit. Yes, it overflowed a couple of times, but that overflowed to a nice measure. It wasn't nasty. It was chippy, just like Chippy Ricky all through the game. And I did warn you that he might well get people a little bit flustered and slide under their skin because Chippy does that all the time. And that's his game. And when he did, it started to liven up the game. Because up until then, we were looking at a game that was literally, as a Canadian says, kissing his sister. It was going nowhere. It was quite tranquilly boring. Inevitably, it was a national match that had something on it for all of us. But it wasn't lighting it up. And we weren't getting into it like we could have done. But at the end of the day, moving forward, bragging rights goes to the SOCCEROOs. They win on the road, and they did it the right way. They played a great game. Who's your man of the match is the only unanswered question, and it's so hard to pick one. And you could say Irankunda with the goal, you would pick him. But I'm picking Izzo for the way he stood up in net and was there every time with great positional sense. And also some of the saves he made at the end were very important to really safeguarding the victory. I know a few of the blocks came off defenders too, but you have to say Izzo in net was phenomenal tonight. Sometimes you got to go with the guy that stops stuff instead of the guy that makes stuff. So for me to shut it down, I'm saying Izzo in net for me was my man of the match. Solid in net, solid performance. No fuss, no business, slowed it down when he had to, got the ball out when he needed to, but was always in control of the game when he had the ball in his hands. Izzo, man of the match. Guys, get away from here. Have a good time. Remember the channel. Like, subscribe, send a love. Come back for more. And if you want some Wrexham, well, get ready. In a couple of weeks, we've got 2 games coming for the Wrexham in the Championship. And I tell you what, that is an amazing league. And nothing is a certainty. Just like tonight, where people thought we were in for a certain kind of game, nothing is certain. Good day to everybody down under. You won today. Big up to you. And I hope to see you in the World Cup. It would be lovely if Australia got a group that was in Canada in a few months' time.